WIFT PM.
Mayoral Jackson.
If you could make up a social media holiday, what would it be?
Randy said National Don't Let No One Put You Down Day.
No one. What you gonna do? So when they say something crazy, you slap them?
Be like me said. Randy said a Jukathon Day.
Man, we about 60 years old. I be done had a heart
You
attack.
gotta get your heart rate up.
Okay, not that far.
All right, Mario said my favorite one. My friends and I do what we call National Call Off from Work Day.
As a business owner, I don't.
You don't like that, yeah.
I don't like that one.
Because I'm the boss of this family.
We got Marcus Garvey Day from Remy too.
Oh, Marcus Garvey Day. All right, what will we do on Marcus Garvey Day?
Call off from work.
I'm going to need you to go ahead and come in tomorrow. That would be great. Okay?
Yeah, right.
Every black holiday has something to do with calling off from work.
You're cool. I'm out.
How about National Join a Positive Black Organization Day? Because I don't want to be recruited. I don't want to be recruited and the brothers be like, thank you. Thank you. How about National Tell White People the Truth Day? Tell them how you really feel.
You can't handle the truth.
Why don't we call that National Black People Get Locked Up Day?
I'm going to tell them there's an African-American man threatening my life.
Hello.
The most dangerous show in the morning.
Life is a marathon, a maze of magic and mystery. On our quest to make our mark on history, we're sometimes troubled by the terrain. It's tough, but the aim remains the same. The mountaintop, the podium, breaking through the tape at the end of the race, in spite of the pain.
I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. My feet don't get tired, but my feet don't get tired.
Giving up, what's that? Life how you running in circles, man, what track? We on the go as soon as our feet in the ground make contact. In fact, each step taken might not be exact, but we grow through the pain of every bruise, every scratch. Don't trip, get those knees up, don't skip. Run through the competition, the division, your mind's negative dimensions. Don't let your doubts weigh you down. Fear suffocating every time that it's found. Don't put matter over your mind. Breathe your dream, catch a second wind, move closer to your finish lines. With each rep, better your time, your grind, don't be alarmed. You in the final stretch, man, pump those arms. Kill that noise, remember your joy, your passion. Look at the distance you pass, and I'm asking. It's exhausting, but what ain't? Show them you can when they think that you can't. You ain't got no restraints. Your DNA is a gift. Kick, rock, roll, hop on your hips, grip your game, lift your game. It's a beautiful mission. Your song plays alone, the body listens. The effects are stunning. One foot in front of the next, your steps keep drumming. Your heartbeat beats to the rhythm. All you gotta do is keep running.
I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. My feet don't get tired, but my feet don't get tired.
Keep moving your feet, even when you feel weak. Don't look to the ground, that's a part of defeat. Stop looking around, focus hard on the beat. Your heart racing you now, but you win every week. Another day, another dollar, but it got you wondering if life is a gift and you're on the list, then what did you miss? It's gotta be more, can't always be this. See, you can either quit or make excuses how you used to be a part of the race. Now you running in place, feeling disgrace. Your pride is erased, now you hiding your face. Look, when I'm on the case, see, I don't know nobody stronger than you. You continue be as great as you can. Stick to a plan. Don't worry who sees you, they might not understand. Not a word that you saying, but observing you plan. Be certain when saying
I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired. My feet don't get tired, but my feet don't get tired.
In modern day, bad karma is calling itself God and trying to control existence. killing Mother Nature's beauty and purpose. So when fear losing sight, focus on accurate perception of reality and let it strengthen mental capacity and help nurture and maintain spiritual inner peace. No matter how the odds look, truth first, always. To my walking dead, the playwright Shakespeare once said, rage to the dying of a light. We must maintain a moral compass.
I keep on running, but my feet don't get tired.
Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Wake up in the morning with a frown on my face, 'cause I know it's another day that I gotta face now for people I don't wanna see, working at a job that I don't wanna be, breaking my back to the bone with nothing to show. But I got dreams and goals. But as soon as I clock in, I'm ready to go. So there's one thing I gotta know: why money ain't free? Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? Give it to me. I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free? Why can't you just give it to me? Why can't you just give it? I don't wanna work for nobody. I'd rather keep doing me. Why money ain't free?
Rocking in that 9 to 5, got your girl hella tired. Why won't they let me be? Now I understand why my mama always used to ask, did I think money grew on trees? I got these bills at the bill.
WIFTBPM.
Uh-oh, what's in it for the black people?
You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case, he was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And I'm concealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that makes us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world. This is the Maze Jackson Show. Friday, 10/28. The 28th. That means it's the end. Oh, Jesus. It's almost the... It's like the end, and then it's the beginning. And it's like the end. So I'll get through the weekend. It is a Halloween weekend. Although we are not in costume, I think we should come in costume on Monday. We could just be, I'm going to be Maze Jack. I'm going to be Riis. I'm going to wear...
Ooh, can I dress you? Mm-hmm. You got to wear a turban, at least we'll do right. You got to either wear a turban
I got both.
All right.
I got both in my...
Yes,
I mean,
sir.
there's pictures out there with me in the turban somewhere. There's pictures out there with me in the do-rag somewhere in the universe. Matter of fact, this weekend as we are doing our thing for Halloween, you might see me. I might be a urban version of the Game of Thrones, House of Dragons. So I might put a do-rag on with my House of Dragons costume and be like, who is you? I am Mazius. I got the black people is the Valerians. I want a dragon. But they fly dragons too though. They get a dragon. You know what I'm saying? Speaking of the black dragon, you saw the big black dragon snapped off last week. Man, old boy stole him. Aegon stole him, and then the next thing you know, man. Anyway, crazy stuff. Look, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler, but in the building because it's Friday.
I'm not here because it's Friday.
Okay, well, what you here for? You not here because it's Friday?
No.
It's Monday. Okay, so you not here on Mondays. You not here because it's Monday.
No.
And Fridays you not here because it's Friday.
No, I'm there because that's where I'm supposed to be. Days are arbitrary.
See how, again, the millennial set her own days. Right? She picked her days. She say, the millennial says.
That's not how that went. That's not how that went, y'all.
How'd it go?
It was a conversation.
Right. Maze, I got Mondays and Fridays for you.
Maze, what 2 days you think will be best? And we said, start the week, end the week. I think it works really nicely. I'm willing to adjust.
I'm not tripping. It is just
See, because I know that's what I'm saying. Monday and Friday. Fridays are good days. Good to see me on a Friday.
Oh, really? Well, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for what you are so good to us black folks. Thank you. Thank you.
I try.
I do feel like I have to be like, it's y'all, when you deal with millennials, you have to be like, thank you.
No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
No, you don't.
You have to yes.
Millennials
you have to
are so adjustable and malleable. We live in two different worlds.
No, millennials be like, congratulate me because it's the millennials are the participation trophy people.
No, that's the new kids. It's not true at all. Millennials it's just the way that you have to talk to a millennial. It's no, it's not the way you said it. Like, we don't need a thank you, but it's just so like, what's the generation before baby boomers or whatever?
Millennials is just a generation of not
generation Y, then it's generation X.
No, I'm talking about before us, like our parents.
I am generation X.
Okay, so
is
like
generation Y.
Okay, so our generation, it's just the way that you can talk. So like back in the day, y'all was like used to getting like yelled at, talked to. Yes, sir, I do whatever you want me to do. Stretch your, you're like, okay, sir. Us, we be like, hold on now, wait a minute. It's a way that we can talk to this and address this in an adult manner. You speak to me, I speak to you, we reply. You know what I'm saying? Y'all was used to getting yelled at because that's y'all was raised by people that got yelled at because
Come on, Riis.
they
Come
was
on,
raised
Riis.
by people who got yelled at by slave owners.
Come on.
So it's like now in our generation, it's like we can talk, we can have a cool conversation, but it's a way to have a a conversation.
Yet
People
the
be
work remains.
No,
the work remains. It's
No,
like
the
we
work
have
get
this,
done.
we negotiate, and then we be like,
No,
and
work has
after we get
changed.
through, no, the work isn't changed. The work
has
doesn't
changed.
change.
The world has changed.
Here's what happens.
The world has
You
changed.
negotiate to get half of what you need. And then you got to say thank you for the half of what you need, because
y'all couldn't even negotiate. It was just,
I got you.
Bam, do it.
I got you. And somewhere in between, it's
So
like there's a lot.
we gotta
Let's not
start
do the millennials today.
gotta
Let's not do.
start
I take it
somewhere.
back. I take it back. I take it all back. I don't even want to.
We the generation that's gonna change all of this.
The world, I'm trying to
Who
tell
you think been
man.
who you think been doing
It's
all these
gonna require
revolutionary
you-
things?
Change the
Millennials.
world.
Just wait till we really get in power,
Man.
into political power. That's why y'all stifling us.
It's still Gen A in power.
Y'all don't want to see the world change.
I have.
Just wait.
I've seen the world change.
Just wait. Just
and I'm
watch.
going to tell you, it's not working better.
For millennials, watch us work.
It's not working better.
Watch us work, because y'all ain't really gave us the power for real yet.
Yeah.
So guess what millennials are doing? Taking it, forging all types of alliances because they want power. So if y'all
How's
don't,
that working
if
out
y'all
for the
don't-
black millennials?
If y'all don't guide them missiles, guess what they gonna do?
Hey man, guess what? I hear you, and I think I've done my guidance. I feel like you can do your part, and like I said at the end of this mayoral election, that my altruism leaves. I have done my mission for my people, and I am going to be for profit. Period. And I'm not tripping. I recognize that it's not my world, which is why, sometimes you got to be like, you got to just accept that there is change. It's just like how it's like how I look at the city right now, right? Like the world, my idea of city government and how governance goes is rapidly changing in front of my face. So I have to, let me not say I have to, I adapt, make sure I got my little stuff together, and then I'll be like, y'all do what y'all got to do. That is Ruthie Moore on a Friday. Also, let me say what's up to my man DJ Riis the Ruler on a Friday. DJ Riis the Ruler, how you feeling today?
Blessed by the best. You already know the rest.
There it
It's
is.
Monday.
It's Monday.
I'm sorry, it's Friday.
Oh, don't say Monday.
See, look, man, I'm already like ahead of time. It's Friday. It's Friday.
Y'all starting out a little bit. All right, well, let's do this. Let's get the soul plane up to 60,000 feet. Let's get it up and away. That's right. This is the Maze Jackson Show, y'all. In case you did not see yesterday, Brandon $1 Million Man Johnson jumped into the mayoral election, mayor's race yesterday. Says he's looking forward to the challenge. Man, it was a pretty mixed coalition of people out there. It's really an interesting dynamic. Because I never really thought of a black man as the face of the progressive movement, if that makes sense. I've always thought of that as the dominion of white women. And then white men who know how to capitalize on it. Yesterday, looking at Brandon Johnson's announcement, matter of fact, we probably should play it at some point just so we can just take a look at it. I think he's had the most splash. I think Cam did a video announcement. Who else did a video announcement? No, I guess everybody did a video announcement. But yesterday, Brandon Johnson announced his candidacy for mayor. So we're going to talk about that a little bit. What does it mean for the mayor's race and how it'll impact it? Good Kids, Mad City filed a lawsuit. Man, how you going to get sued by the kids? How? Check this out. Perfect example of what we're talking about. The kids are suing because of the curfew. That's pretty deep. Good Kids Mad City, in case you are not aware. And Good Kids Mad City, I do believe I know who they are. Right? Is that where Miracle is from?
Miracle Boy?
Yes.
I believe so.
Okay, so Miracle Boy. So they have their annual Halloween cop watch where they go to Hyde Park, but now because of the curfew, they can't do they say they're doing the monitoring and making sure that violence is prevented, and they're talking to their young people. And they, the mayor imposed the curfew. So they're suing her, but they do not look like they will be able to have their cop watch this year. Now, I do recall the parents in Hyde Park, because maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, there were like all types of, the kids did Halloween, which I ain't gonna lie, in Bolingbrook, we had Halloween. They was just talking about last week how they used to take the bags, steal the bags from the kids. Y'all ain't bag snatch? Y'all ain't have bag snatching when y'all was kids? That was like a regular pastime in Bolingbrook. Like you bag snatched. They went bag snatching. But what? You went bag snatching?
But I wish somebody would snatch my. We threw eggs like back in our day. We threw eggs.
We threw eggs. Well, they threw eggs. They TP'd you. And the bag snatching, it was. I ain't gonna go into that, but it was the white kids too. The white kids would steal the little kids' candy without even a second thought. They'll push them down.
What?
Oh yeah. Cause they knew them though.
Oh, okay.
But not like they knew them. No, they was really stealing their candy. Like it would be like at my middle school, it would the day after like the burnouts. The burnouts would be the bag snatchers. The burnouts was the people who were smoking weed in 6th, 7th, and 8th grade, right? And they wore the Tom McCann black gas shoes. And they used to wear flannel shirts and rock and roll T-shirts that the millennials are wearing now. Like the original Def Leopards and
graphic
all
tees.
Yeah, those graphic tees was like their original. They used to wear like the satanic tees with the Motley Crue and the star and the pentagram and all that stuff. But they would go out and steal people's candy.
Wasn't that like during the time where you had to get that merch from like a concert or like a convention? You couldn't just go on the internet and order it. So it was like more special and symbolic. But nowadays you can get that at Rainbow.
Right. Well, I ain't been in Rainbow, but you can get it at. They used to get it at Spencer's.
I see a lot of discount. It's like a discount thing now because I think the trend has exploded.
It's over. It's on the down. So
because I think so. Once you start seeing clothes at certain places, it's like okay.
So is it when we see that?
I mean, they just got literally everybody face on T-shirts now. It's a graphic tee for everybody. I see them so much, especially hip hop ones.
I don't have one.
That's because you gotta go to Marshalls.
I gotta go. How I'm gonna get? I'm talking about me on the damn picture.
Oh yeah.
I want my own shirt with my face. I think I might have to do that. Y'all see my glasses? I got some new glasses on. You didn't even see. See it?
Oh yeah, they're nice.
They fresh to death, like $1 million. Actually, these are not the way you see them. I wanted them like this. I didn't know all of this was gonna come with it. So when I saw them, I'd be like, but I do need to say that I spent $1,200 on my glasses to only find out that you could go on the internet and buy damn near the same glasses for $8.
No, nobody ain't tell you. How did you had to actually go into a place to get your frames?
Yeah.
You should have got them sent in the mail to you.
First of all, it's a trap though. When you in there and they got your eyeballs open and they be like, your eyes like this, you be like, do you want some glasses? Yeah.
It's a scam.
And then they hit you with all the stuff. Then they be like, so you see the glasses, you pick the glasses that you like.
The markup is like crazy.
Man, I used to have a guy, shout out to Barry B. Bizzle, who used to, man, I'm here to tell you, I used to get frames, but then I was worried about karma. I used to be like, man, I could come up with. So anyway, how you find? I was on the internet, and it was like and I feel like the internet must have felt like I had a eyeglass appointment, because never in my timeline was glasses. Then all of a sudden, after I came from the eye doctor, it was all I saw was glasses. And after I spent all that money on them dang on glasses, they was like, you could have got these for. But I want me some Cassels.
You should reset your advertising ID in your phone. That'll help you avoid that. It's like this setting in there. It's called advertising ID, and they give you the option to like reset it.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Because I can't stand, that bothers me. Like, you go to an eye doctor appointment and then,
because they geofence you.
Bothers me. I would turn all that off.
Okay, I'm gonna have to have you go.
That's bogus.
Yeah.
But I feel like the eyeglasses places are like Radio Shacks. Like you going in, like the old concept, like before people got hip to just buying it off the internet and you would pay all that extra
but how
money
you get
going
the
into
eye? You gotta get an eye exam.
You can get that all day. The money is in them frames.
Man.
That's the crazy
and
part.
The frames.
That's where the money is in the frames.
It's the frame, then it's the glass, then it'd be like, do you want to be able to see everything, or you just want to be able to see what we can fix? They say you want to see close.
But then do you get the ones that don't fog up?
Yep. So I'd get the don't fog,
the no glare,
the HD, blue screen out. Then I got the color change.
Maze, you gotta stop letting them get you.
The transition. Then they be like, do you want the thin lens, or do you really want them to stick out on the edge? Check this. Then so after
back then gave you the regular.
Just give me the regular, please.
Get him the regular one. He don't even know the difference.
That's like going to get a painting frame. They try to. Would you like the glass that won't glare? Sure. I'll pay an extra $100.
Like a mirror with no reflection to it. Like
that's how they get you.
That's how they. I'd be like, I want my regular.
It's always the upgrade. It's the upsell.
Here go my prescription number. If you come in with your prescription number, they'll leave you alone. It's like going and getting a car with your financing already. Come in with your prescription number, that'll throw them off. They'll be like, "Ooh, I ain't gonna be able to upcharge you," because he know. That's all. You just come in with your prescription, and you'll get a whole different level of service. I don't even wear glasses, but I know that because I know a lot of people that do wear glasses. And you know the thing about it's just about finding the hacks. You got to find the hacks for stuff.
Man, well, I'm here to tell you.
But they look nice though.
Thank you. I appreciate it. They got stuff on the inside too. See. So
now, who gonna know that? Are you seeing the inside? Are you seeing the inside of your glasses? Are we seeing the inside of your glasses?
So actually, you are. I'm looking at it on the frame. Yesterday, Carrie told me. So the inside is actually wrapped. So you see the straight ahead, and then you see the white outline. You see it, which you can see, and you can see it from the inside. They actually are pretty well put together. I mean, they're a pretty interesting pair of glasses. Now that I think about it, like, and when I really didn't want to wear them because I thought they were kind of lame, and then I wore them yesterday, and I was like, oh, I'm fresh. Oh yeah, I was fresh. Oh, speaking of fresh, I was at the DuSable. I don't know that they call it the Night of 100 Stars, but I did go to the DuSable Gala last night. It was interesting. I mean, it was nice. I seen your girl though.
Who?
L-Dub.
L-Dub.
Lori Lightfoot. She did like this. She did. I was like, we don't really want to do this right here anyway. It's too many people. But Ruthie, it was a lot of people there yesterday. It was the return of the Afrostocracy. It was like I promise you, I'm sure like when I walked in, they was like, damn, is he going to do a show on this? And I'm not. But I must tell you, there was a very interesting evening last night. DuSable Museum, they had some really, like, I saw some really nice stuff though yesterday.
They got a new name. What's the name of it?
It's Smithsonian now. So I think we're off the grid.
What you mean?
I don't think it's, well, I'll tell you off air.
It's called the DuSable Black History Museum and Education Center.
Mm-hmm. Does it say Smithsonian on there too?
Mm-mm.
It's a Smithsonian museum now. That's pretty deepish. But we'll talk about it a little bit later when we're off the air, because I don't want no smoke. I'm trying to be. I'm just.
I do see it in the logo. It says a Smithsonian affiliate, but it's. I got. See how far I got to zoom in for that?
You gotta let Maze look at it with his glasses. He got.
He gonna need to look how tiny this is.
He can push a button to zoom in.
A Smithsonian affiliate.
I was gonna get the ones that you could push the button and take the glasses. Nah, I bought Carrie some.
He was like, "Get the glasses." You know, I be.
She got
places.
The Ray-Bans. It'd be like video.
Yeah, that's what he got. You know, like you know, Mays always be going out like all these places. So like now he hit that button, he can get footage, all that.
I do.
He got all that. Now you said what now? Say it again. Say it again.
Now I don't gotta have it all upside down.
Okay, that's really a thing.
I can't wait to get the augmented reality Google glasses. When they be like, and you look at something and be like, it's $13.99.
I'm surprised you ain't.
They got them out yet.
Yeah,
they got them. Not the good. They ain't all the way there yet. Like I'm waiting for them to come, and when they come, I'm gonna give me some.
And you don't have the one where you can like put over your head and then buy the tickets and sit
I got that.
to a game.
I got that. We got that at the house.
I knew you had it.
We got that at the house. They gonna have it at Obsidian in a minute too. They're gonna have VR, virtual reality. We didn't do the headlines. We started the headlines. Don't start with that. No, I'm just playing Snell. I did DuSable Gala. I did Brandon $1 Million. I did Good Kids, Mad City. Let's take a quick break, and then we're going to talk about Senator Hastings. The Democrats got a domestic abuse issue going on right now. We got to talk about it because one of them that's being accused also signed a letter. So I'm wondering, will there be people writing letters, women? Well, we're going to talk about it all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Headlines. We're going to do them when we come back. After these messages, it's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be right back.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break. Mace Jackson.
Sometimes when you're very comfortable with white folks can convince you of how black people got it messed up. How we don't understand the real business. Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth? I'm telling you, I've been there. So you sit around, you be around people, and they be like, man, they don't understand the complexity. If anybody understands the complexities of moving weed, it's black people. Like, I'll never forget when I went up to the white guys when they was trying to figure out how they was gonna navigate around us. And Riis, they had this whole book about cannabis, and they had written it in this nice, pretty book that was bound, and they passed it out, and it was like they were legitimizing. I was like, dog, this is literally a manual on how to sell weed. Didn't we invent 3 for 10?
Stop playing with me, Smokey.
And we're 0 out of 200 in the state of Illinois with the most black elected officials.
The most dangerous show in the morning. And now, traffic and weather.
Yo, who said devotion had to be sad? Yo, check this out. The Lord is my shepherd, and I want. He's making me to lie down in green pastures. He leads me beside the still waters. He restored my soul. God's gonna turn it around.
Come all the way with me.
Good morning. What's in it for the Black People Media Radio? The time is now 6:38 a.m. I'm Riis the Ruler with your Chicagoland area traffic and weather report. As we head over to the Kennedy, O'Hare to the Loop will be 26 minutes. Outbound will be 19 on the Edens. Deerfield to the Exchange, 31 minutes. Exchange to Deerfield will be 27. Waddy Eisenhower, Thorndale to the Loop, 38 minutes. Back out to Thorndale will be 30. On the Stevenson from I-355 to the Dan Ryan will be 46 minutes. Outbound will be 34. While the Bishop Ford is 34 minutes. I-80 to the Dan Ryan, 26 minutes to I-80. The Dan Ryan is 16 minutes to the Loop, 12 minutes to 95th. DuSable Drive, 55th to Jackson will be 10 minutes. Jackson to 55th will be 8. And the north side will be 8 minutes in both directions. Today's weather, it is currently 46 and partly cloudy. Today will be a high of 57 with a low of 44. I'm Riis the Ruler. It's Friday. It's the Mace Jackson Show.
Back to glory. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Come all the way with me. Don't leave me now. Come all the way with me.
Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha to the grave, from the grave back to glory. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Glory to Gethsemane, Gethsemane, the Golgotha, oh, Golgotha to the grave, from the grave. Dear Lord, it's me again. God's gonna turn around. I'm calling on you. You did it before. I believe that you can do it again. Somebody calling you right now, Lord. If it ain't one thing we need, somebody else needs you for another. Please, son, look and have mercy. Have mercy over our home, Lord. Have mercy. Have mercy.
You are listening to the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Got my man DJ Riis the Ruler and Ruthie Moore in the building. Yep. I'm gonna get back to these headlines. Ruthie. So, you know, I be looking at Capital Facts, right? So I want y'all to look at Capital Facts. Do you ever heard this thing called Believe All Women? Mm-hmm. What is Believe All Women?
Well, I don't.
From your
heard
understanding,
I haven't heard it
in
all.
Okay.
Like, but from my understanding, it's related to instances of improprieties and things committed against women, mostly of a sexual nature.
Okay, so so Believe All Women, during Me Too, there was this thing that I heard in Springfield, and it was called Believe All Women. And essentially, it was when men are accused of abuse by women, there really is no defense. Don't defend them, just believe the women. That's how I took it, right? And I remember that's how the Elena Hampton, she talked about the guy, Kevin. This really, the Me Too, Believe All Women is really the beginning of, not the beginning, but really what really started to gut the Madigan place, because the women started to pile up. But Believe All Women was a mantra during the Me Too era, and in Springfield, any woman that accused a state rep or a state senator of Me Too was just kind of summarily dismissed. It was really no raps, no haps, no nothing. Like Lou Lang was like, they said one time he had, and the next thing you knew, he was gone. And he was like the senior member of the, right? And people started getting put out. So, you know, it was amazing to me when Cassandra Matz had her incidents and nobody believed all women. So then it led me to believe that it's not believe all women, it's believe all white women. So much, you know what, I'm going to talk about that a little bit later, but apparently they have unsealed Senator Hastings' divorce records. And not only is it alleged in the divorce records, these are not criminal charges, this is only alleged. I want to be clear that he chokeslammed his wife and slammed her head into something in front of the kids. So the divorce records were sealed. Remember, he's suing the police department for the leak of information about another domestic call. Mm-hmm. Then there was the white lobbyist in Springfield who said that he threatened and intimidated her, and she got standing ovations, and the governor eventually called for him to resign. So So yesterday he had his divorce records unsealed, and it turned out to be unsettling. But I just keep thinking about the believe all women, and I think we got to say when they're white. We're going to talk about this a little bit later because the Democrats, that's on the Senate side. On the House side, Representative, here's a new spin on the abortion issue for Democrats. Representative John Carroll is accused by a former staffer of his staff demanding that she have an abortion. I need to understand that conversation, but we're going to talk about it at 7 o'clock. Kind of deep, huh?
Yeah.
Headlines, Tennille. Gotcha. All right. Remember when I told you that the mayor is going to catch it all the time from now on? AFSCME, what is it? Association of Federal Municipal something state county employees. Anyway, the people who work in City Hall, and then they're picketing the mayor. How you work?
What they want?
They want more salary. They said that they got a 2% raise, but 8%. But the cost of living went up 8%. Taking another whack. Not coincidental though that same day Brandon Johnson announces mayor's being picketed by city workers. Ruthie, girl, I'm just here to tell you, Mayor Lori Lightfoot, it's getting ready to be a long road to hoe.
She still enjoys the benefit of incumbency.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what she got working for right now.
That's why she had the. That's why she had the ladies march on the stage. Did you see she's committing 50%? She's issuing an executive order that 50% of all media buys now go to local and minority-owned media outlets.
What kind of media buys?
The city's advertising. So the law bulletins, departments when they have their marketing budgets, etc. You didn't see? It's like the old, but my thing is I don't want so essentially the mayor's running out of money. And so she's paying for her advertising in the community papers by making the city spend their money there, right? So the Department of Human Resources, you laughing at me, that's how it works. When you ain't got no money, then you say
you gotta get creative.
Right.
So that's kind of a smart maneuver. See, the gift of incumbency.
Mm-hmm. So, and then here we come.
That's funny.
Here we come. 4 months out. Now she down with the black people. 4 months out. And we gonna take it. We gonna run up and be like,
you think this is just an election stunt?
You think it ain't? You know what? If you this is my thing. Ruthie.
This ain't no stunt. That's the benefit of incumbency.
It's because you get to pull the stunts.
You get to have
groundbreak. The benefit of incumbency is you can take a box of dirt, put it right here, and say, this right here, if you could just imagine.
That's the perk, the fringe benefit of incumbency. She gotta have something. Can she have that? Can she at least have her incumbency? To do little maneuvers.
They're not working, Ruthie. It's not working. It's like she can do all the maneuvers. Okay, it's like she be like, look, y'all, look over here. It's like, you know how you be like, next I'm gonna pull a rabbit out of my hat. You be like, that's a rat. Yeah, man. So Ruthie, she got challenges. I'm just telling you. Let's see what else. But the mayor. I'm not even going here. I'll just let it go. Did you see this story? So first of all, let me do this. Turn off the music. What? Did I write that wrong? Akeem Briscoe. Let's take a moment of silence for 7-year-old Akeem Briscoe, who was sent to wash his hands for dinner. was shot by a random bullet and killed yesterday. He died. His father died 4 days prior to that, and so he was living with his uncle. He was sent to the bathroom to wash his hands. There was an ongoing gang dispute with the maniac Latin disciples in the alley. Over 20 shots were fired. A random bullet came through, shot him in the abdomen. He died 6 hours later. In the city of Chicago, we have had 300 people under the age of 18 killed this year. Watching his uncle on the news was probably one of the saddest things I have watched in a long time. Like, I'm pretty immune to it, but I cannot imagine the pain of losing your brother, taking his son in, and 4 days later, while he's getting ready to eat dinner, but go wash your hands. I look, y'all, I understand that this, I don't want to glorify it. I don't want to, that watching his uncle yesterday on the news, though, that was one of the saddest things that I have seen in recent memory. Saddest. And I just felt like I needed to take a moment today. And I know we just saw an 8-year-old killed last week. Yesterday, a 15-year-old was killed as well. Like, man, Charlie, the young people, like, so I just wanted to take a moment. That press conference, though, that was a tough press. That was a tough interview. I almost feel like you shouldn't even put a camera in somebody's face when that happens. Like, what do you know what I'm saying? Like, back up, cuz. Back up. Like, back up. Let them. That was crazy yesterday. So I just wanted to. Akeem Briscoe. And there's many Akeem Briscoes around the world. I just know that yesterday seeing that press conference was like, it was just like a punch in the gut. 7 years. 7 years and 6 months, which is 6 months short of the maximum. I can't even think of dude name. Albuquerque, such and such from the January 6th. Did you see his story? So basically, he was one of the January 6th rioters. He was at the front of the line. He had a cop, and one of the cops was dying or was getting crushed in the fight. He said, "Come with me, man," and he dragged him out. And he tried, like, so the cop was like, thank you. And he said, "Hey, y'all, I got one." And they tasered him at the base of the neck, and they was trying to kill him. He eventually escaped, and he testified. Yes, the police officer testified. He's no longer a police officer because of what happened. But it was crazy to me that they was like, they were, Ruthie, how did nobody get killed? Oh, one person did. I just, like, I feel like if one, it just.
I think that's why they shot that lady. After they tried to breach that, they was like, if we let these people up in here, they are going to, they gonna likely kill us.
Craziness. Elon Musk took over Twitter yesterday. Came in that bad boy, fired everybody. You fired this. If you had a chief anything, you was an Indian because he was whacking you. You out. Yesterday, Elon Musk.
Well, they suspected it.
Oh yeah, they knew. They probably paid for their next. The funniest thing though was, I probably can't even bring it up. I'll get another letter. Hey man. Okay, I have a question. Is there something going on that I don't know about in this campaign cycle? Like, I feel like, why do I feel like JB Pritzker is running scared? Am I crazy? Like, if you open up anything, it's like JB, now Juliana. Like, if I open up my Sun Times, it's Juliana doing a video, right? And there's an anti-JB campaign out there. I was driving yesterday and somebody had red, the stop sign through all the JB signs all down in Washington. Then you see JB lying black kids are dying. Lawn signs.
Yeah, them yellow ones.
Man, that's like the caution.
They stand out.
Yellow tape around the. Hey man. Look like our uncle over there leading the charge, huh? All right. Oh, Riis. Get my claps together, right? You ready? All right, y'all. I want, as we continue, first of all, Riis, this is the first I'd like to give praise to the entire black male castration club. Riis, give the Black Male Castration Club a round of applause. In the ongoing saga of the black male castration of Kanye West, let me just tell you, they removed his mural from Chicago in his hometown. Give up a big round of applause for the removal of the Kanye West mural from Chicago. Riis, I think we are seeing the most complete living castration in history. And what I think is so awesome about it is they have figured out a way to castrate the black male and make it a spectator sport. Let's give a big round of applause for the growth of the spectator sport of the black male castration, and a double round of applause for the growing black fan base of black male castration. Do it for me. I think the only things left to do is to ensure that Kanye West is not able to see his children and has no refuge in the country. Y'all, give it up for teaching that nigga a lesson. Give it up. This is the Mays Jackson Show, where we celebrate. We know the path to the top. And so, Ruthie, I'm giving me a deal. What you talking about? Around here. Niggas around here talking. Y'all better celebrate this. All right. Riis, we don't have a lot of time for this one, but I do want you to go ahead and hit the button. So go ahead, hit the button. Ready.
It's time for the social media question of the day.
Yesterday, Brandon Johnson joined the mayor's race. And the question I have today is, how does Brandon Johnson impact the mayor's race? How does Brandon Johnson's entry impact the mayor's race? Ruthie, there is a saying in politics that is, especially when there's an incumbent, that is it's called the more the merrier, right? Because traditionally the incumbent will have a solidified base, right? Mm-hmm. Let's say that the incumbent usually starts, if you're a good incumbent, you start plus 50. But if you're plus 50, then you don't have 8 people running against you. So let's say you're Mayor Lightfoot and you start at 30, plus 30. You then say, your premise is, I want to, at plus 30, if I can hold on to 30%, the more people that get in dilute the math, giving me the advantage, right? So if I got 30, then 7 people got to split up 70, which gives them all 10%, which gives me 30, right? Now, ideally, somebody will emerge and say, even out of everybody else getting 10, let's say somebody moves to the front and they get 20, so they take points from everybody else. The mayor still stays at 30, but the problem now is the mayor's under 25, and that's a soft 25. That's strongly approved and somewhat approved, which means 75% of the constituents are against her. And she has a limited pool. Ruthie, the mayor won with progressives. The progressives have between 3 and 4 candidates in the race right now, giving progressives an alternate, a different choice besides Mayor Lightfoot. Okay? So now Mayor Lightfoot's 30 now has 4 people in that pool. One of them, the mayor in what would have been the progressive, is probably the furthest to the right of the progressives, and now is almost perceived as not a progressive. Matter of fact, the progressives are like, you've betrayed us. So she's lost her base. Enter Brandon Johnson, who many of us, South Side, West Side, don't necessarily give very much credence to, because we be like, nobody knows him, and he doesn't seem that black. He seems to be more progressive. But what he also says is progressive is black, right? So now Brandon Johnson gets into the race, and I say, how do we do a value assessment of him? How do we assess him as a candidate? I would say his biggest drawback is name recognition. I don't know that if you're not a political insider, if you don't live in his district, that you know who Brandon Johnson is.
I think if you're part of the teachers union,
right,
or the education system, I think you do.
Huh?
I think you do if you part of like the education ecosystem.
So that's gonna go to. So let's go. We're going to come back to that one because you got that in the next bucket. But if you were to walk up to the average Chicagoan, not associated with the teachers, do you think if you said, will you vote for Brandon Johnson today, do you think they know him?
No.
Right. Like if you go out south, I don't think nobody in the 8th Ward is really like Brandon Johnson.
Oh, no.
If they teachers.
Yeah, but it's or like affiliated in that realm. Like I think if you in that youth ecosystem, that education ecosystem, which I think a lot of people are, which offshoots into like the nonprofit, like community arena, I think he might have some name recognition. If you into that activism, like I think you know who Brandon Johnson is.
Okay. All right.
Now if you not, then probably not, like you said.
Now, so is that group a voting group? Not outside of the teachers? Because I feel like, I'm young. So I would say name recognition is an Achilles heel for him. For Brandon to be a real contender, he's going to need to raise his name ID. People are going to have to be like, yes, Brandon Johnson. If you say Willie Wilson, Lori Lightfoot, Paul Vallis, Brandon Johnson, Sophia King, I feel like he's in the second tier of name recognition. Mm-hmm. Okay? So I'd say name recognition is going to be a challenge for him. Then I say, does he have the troops? I would tell you that he has the troops because I hear, rumor has it, he already has his signatures, which is what he waited to announce for. So when you say troops, yes, because CTU, he's an organizer for CTU. They're 25,000 strong, right? If he just gets signatures from the CTU membership, if they go to a meeting, he's halfway there, right? He's more than halfway there because you need 36,000. And you know all them registered voters. If they're not, well, let me stop. So he's got troops. I would say that there are CTU members in all 50 wards. Yeah? No? Yeah, I think so. Or schools, so access. Money. Last week, the American Federation of Teachers dropped $1 million in his campaign account. Now, having had some experience, $1 million seems like a lot, and it'll be an advantage, but you're going to need about 3 to 5, right? To be able to get from 0 to name recognition, to be in competition. But we know CTU committed to giving him another $2 million. So now he's at $3 million, which actually puts him above Mayor Lightfoot with money. And an untappable well. Now the question becomes message. Because Brandon Johnson is a true believer. I'm still not convinced that he's not a socialist. Right? Like, I'm not sure where he fits in that and what that means. What I do know is he is not running from defund the police. He is suggesting that instead of policing, we should move it to prevention. He said violence prevention is moving the money. He's committed to wealth redistribution. I wonder, where does Brandon Johnson fit? And the more I think of Brandon Johnson, you know who I think of? Chance the Rapper. So if I was thinking about a candidate, if I was thinking like y'all, like the millennials, if I was a millennial, I say Willie Wilson is Lil Durk on the black side. Anybody bigger than Lil Durk right now? Black side? Chicago? He got the black side locked down. Then I would say Cam. Wait, let's say Cam is like G Herbo. Right? Like G Herbo is kind of like, he OG. So he not OG, he kind of older, but he ain't like, who's bigger? Lil Durk or G Herbo?
Lil Durk.
Right. Okay. So Lil Durk, G Herbo, let's see, what's J Mall? J Mall is, let me see. J Mall.
Who's that person your son like?
Yeah. He Polo G. He Polo G. To me, Brandon Johnson, in that mix, he got the 3 hat. He's the Chance the Rapper candidate that black people be like, okay, we happy for you, but that ain't what I'm really rocking. Like, you got a couple, like, Chance got a few black songs that black people be rocking with.
No, Maze.
No, really? I feel like the white people, when I see the white people, they got the 3 hats on. I don't see the 3 hats out south.
Your analogy is really good because I think people sleep on Brandon, just like they would sleep on Chance.
Okay, I give it to you. But that's my point. No, that's my point. Chance, to me, he does not embody the blackness that we are accustomed to.
Yes, he does. You gotta listen to the music.
Okay. To me, when I look at
just like with Brandon Johnson, listen to the messaging.
Okay, so there you go. So I'm looking at the outward appearance. You deep. Me, I'm saying, I'm looking at him. I'm saying that the most people, I am not taking anything away from Chance the Rapper as a black man in Chicago.
No. I think it's a good analogy.
But I think that when I see the shorties, like black shorties, in my estimation, that don't have the suburban-esque appearance, are drawn to the Dirks and like. To me, Chance the Rapper is the suburban black kid, the suburban upbringing black kid, and I'm not making that as a negative, but I also feel like white folks are more supportive of Chance. I feel like he has an appeal to white folks that I'm not like. So white folks like to watch Dirk and all of them because they like to. It's like, what do you call that? It's like cosplay. It's like it's like we get to live virtually and we get to be, you know what I'm saying? And they get to right. And I know all the, but they gonna go to their job. They gonna go to work and they gonna get them a job, and that listening to the music ain't finna change their life because they not finna try and imitate that.
Got it.
The people who rock with Brandon Johnson are the new white people. The article I was talking about the other day, the new white people who are suburban, that move to the city, or aren't from here that move to the city, that are the urban bike riders and all of that stuff, right? And I'm not, because now we got Streets is watching, but I'm saying
Streets
Streets is watching. I'm a Jay-Z guy. Okay, am I missing this? I really
I think you spot on with your analogies.
And so I think
you just missing and underestimating Brandon Johnson and Chance's ability to connect across these different segments.
And
because even hood babies like Chance, like they might not be bumping it in a backpack speaker system.
Right, I like,
but
one more, right?
But see, that's newer Chance. Chance, just like Brandon Johnson, been rocking before then, telling his story.
So see, this is exactly my point. My point is, when I look at Brandon, I look at him as a progressive. I don't look at him as us. Not us. But I feel like white folks go, hey, Brandon. Now, my challenge is to figure out is underneath under the hey, Brandon, is there a genuineness for black people? So let me say, like with Chance, while I am not, I'm a J guy, right? I think Chance is a positive. Like, I have no question if Chance is down for black folks. Even if all the white people buy all this stuff, I have no question. Right? I know his family. I know his father. I know what they, you know what I'm saying? You know how I don't doubt that he is for his people. I just think the people that spend more money with him is the white people. Right?
I mean, that's, yeah.
And so when I think about Brandon Johnson getting in this race, I don't know that his path is through the black community.
Let me tell you.
Tell me.
Where it's through.
Where? Uh-oh. Look at the political analyst.
You know.
Go ahead.
Giving us for free, right?
Go ahead.
His path is through the young people. And young people are white, they black, they Chinese, they Mexican, they Venezuelan. What did I miss any of the prevalent groups?
But I thought that was who J Mal was gonna get.
So in a different way. J Mal and Brandon Johnson are integrated into youth movements in different ways. So whereas a J Mal is more on like the activist youth side, Brandon Johnson is more in that educational youth sphere. So he touching it at a higher level. He's coalition building with older people, with adults that also have that youth-centered perspective. Whereas J Mal is the youth-centered perspective. But Brandon got the grown-ups working with him who also love young people. So if you can build up a coalition of people that just love young people, you got a really good shot, because not only are you now talking about young people, but now he can integrate families into his stuff. And you literally really can't lose, because you touching everybody. Youth-centered is the way to go. That's really, in my humble opinion, that's how revolutions happen, is through young people. So if he can keep building up his coalition across black kids, white kids, Jewish kids, Irish kids, young people, because I know we don't call them kids because they ain't goats, but young people, then it's gonna trickle up to their families, and I think he'll be successful if he goes that route. Which he is. He's been doing that for years.
So that's interesting, because that's so can I tell you one of the things I learned was that, and it's actually how the Latinos built their power. And Ruthie, actually, you hit on something that I really didn't add to my mix, but I'll throw it out here. When Juan and Phil and those guys built UNO, the thing that they taught us was you have to have a base. And the best place to build bases are either out of churches or out of schools. Why? Because almost everybody is involved with what happens with their school, right? And the way that they were able to leverage even getting the $100 million during the remap was using the families in the schools. So you took each child, 2 parents, and then you start to do the math and you extrapolate out. Ruthie, it's funny. You know what, kid?
I'm pretty good, ain't I?
Not really. No, I'm just nah, you know what that is. Now,
okay, so I'm able to garner this perspective just because I too love young people, and I have a youth-centered perspective. So that's why I can speak on it this way, because I can see the vision for how it could work.
So where I think, and here's where I would divert. I think you've got it, but I think it's the wrong. Like where you nailed it to me was it's youth-centered, but he's got the old people, right? It ain't the kids that's going to turn out. I'm not worried about. I don't think we know every time we do. People have been trying to turn out kids forever. But if he can make the appeal to the parents of the children, and you talking about the activists, I'm thinking of the parents that are in the schools that want better for their schools. The people who say that they've got 1 in 25. They've got probably the most one of the most trusted people in the community is the teacher. Right? And if they're all meeting and passing out the message, I still think name recognition is going to be a challenge, right? But I do also think that this is a sprint. And when you think about early voting starts in January, you turn in your petitions in November. So you got November, December, you got ad time, January, you're in early vote. Now, the question is, can CTU pull it? And with the number of, here's the other part, guys. With 15 open seats, there is no, it's every man for himself in city council. Right? Like people talking about they with the mayor, let me tell you what people with right now. Saving their damn self. And nobody is trying to have an anchor tied to them. And don't forget, you got Stacey, MF, and G putting a gun to people's head. Like, hey, Joe, what you?
She ain't even got to pull it out.
You crazy.
It's on her hip.
Yeah.
She got a hand on it, though.
Right. Look, you know, you ever remember back in the day they used to pull out the gun and be like, hey, y'all. So, and the mayor says she ain't worried. Meanwhile, she running out of money. Man, I was at a, well, I can't even tell you where I was, but Ruthie.
She ain't running out of money.
Ruthie. Yeah, she is.
She's the incumbent. She gonna use money.
That's why she out here
So
passing out gay bread.
Out.
You didn't see, did you see the press? You didn't see the press? Do I need to put the press?
I saw it.
You seen your people up there?
Who was my people? Actually, I didn't really see too many people up there.
That's well, because you missed the march out.
Look,
did you see
listen, Maze?
The 50-year
Maze.
Oh, I can't even do it.
If it's money to be got, somebody gonna get it.
I got you. Right, I'm with you on that. It's like, but you don't have to stand on stage to get it. And my thing is, they be like, how? Okay, this is me. You can't be the legitimate press and be the press conference. So wait. So no. Think about this.
No, okay. So yes, you can. So from my understanding, if you present an idea to somebody, they then execute that idea. You get to stand on the stage and them showing like this is where this idea came from. So from that perspective, I'm with it. Because if you bring an idea, like you gonna want to be on the stage, be like.
Mm-hmm. So then, do I trust your reporting? Because you was on the stage, like. If you're gonna do it, do it. Don't talk about it. Be about it. Right? Like, so look, listen, y'all. This is not the fake news. So when I get the thing, so you want me to believe that you're gonna be biased and you just came up on stage and you wrote the MF Willie Wilson whole article. You used it, right? And it's like, so that's like, and it was personal. And now you stand on stage, and now I'm supposed to believe you all week?
No, I think you. Okay, so at least she ain't sneaking, like some people do. That's how I feel about it. Because my thing is stand on it. So many people would make the deal and then just be behind the scenes pulling the strings. So I can respect it. So get your money. Because we all know what it is. So and that's the difference between us knowing what it is and not knowing what it is. And I can appreciate knowing what it is.
And I'm going to just ask you, how many people watch that press conference if they ain't watching this show? Let me tell you. That in the world of journalism, and I'm not a journalist, so I don't even pretend. And my premise is I'm not even stopping. I'm not even hating on them. Like that is the model that has always been the model, right? It has always been the model. Like, I'm going to come to the Negroes at the last minute and I'm going to stand them up and we going to all stand around and it's going to be kumbaya. All I am saying is the new black media. Let us not go backwards, right? Y'all done stood up and if ain't nobody talked to you for 4 years, and now in the last 4 months, they done came to get religion, that's fine. Let them do that. Now, you win again, let's have this conversation. But you're not finna be like, okay, I'm gonna get everybody to be quiet for the next 4 months because I done choked everybody out. And if you legitimately about the black media, how you pick it? Who was that? How you pick it? It's the black media that you like. It's the black media that will report it the way you want it to be reported. That is what it is. And essentially what that is it is the payoff. It is, we know it's the gate bread. It is. It's the gate bread. Look, y'all.
But that's the model.
And I'm saying, guys.
You ain't heard Roland Martin say nothing bad about advertising dollars in black media after they broke him off with his bread.
And I'm saying.
That's the game.
And
that's the advertising game. Like, it's disinformation. Like, they not gonna empower nobody that's telling the real deal.
And so then my premise would be, you said it correctly. They're not going to empower anyone that is doing this, telling the real deal. So the voices, I would tell you that myself, there are voices in the black community that have, in this space, that have cultivated followings, have cultivated audiences, have become a part of what can either be our liberation or our return to bondage. I'm not mad at what the old people do because that's how they learn to do it, right? Didn't y'all just get through telling me about screaming at people and yelling at people and doing things back the old way that we did it, that you just so that's what happened. Get y'all ass up here and stand up here and do it, and we gonna get up here. And I'm saying, y'all, if they're going to you watch all these white people organize. You watch them bend companies over. You watch them tell them, like, but it's always the breakers. It's always somebody breaking out. Now, I would argue, I would challenge people to open up their books and put their real numbers on the table. And then say, are you really speaking for the black community? Now, because essentially, what happened was what happens is what always happens. They say, oh, the niggas over there acting up, so somebody jump up front and say, I can control them. I'll pass out the money. And I'm saying that I'm not debating that is how it goes. That has been the way it is. I am saying that, again, must we return? We can't do the deal on our terms? Right? I think it was telling who they put up there. Right? That was not the representation of the media that black folks trust like that. Let me not say that. Let me take that away. Let me suggest that you're not interested in participation. You're interested in being able to sway and control the message, which is how it has always worked for us in the black joint. You know, you can go to the publisher. If the host is saying something that you don't want to say, remember, this is how Mays leaves the other station. Look, we are going to give you all of this money, but when them Negroes start talking about stuff we don't want you to talk about, they gotta go, which is what makes that's what makes your phone ring and somebody says, hey, yo, you gotta stop talking about the mayor. Hey, I'm just telling you, our people are getting assaulted in the streets. I don't care what's happening to our people. But look, they calling in, and you hang up on them niggas. But we will not have y'all around here telling the truth. You will not put your people first. You will put, again, y'all was here when people called into the station, and we know what that means. It's back to what I told you yesterday. If the press, Ruthie, what black media is upset about cannabis? What black media is talking about gaming? What black media is talking about participation? Because if you get gay bread, you eating. So it's like, it becomes the whole thing. Like, again, every time we all standing up there, oh, they not mad. They ain't that mad. And I'm not suggesting that we have to be mad. That's, again, like again, I'm standing up here doing this morning show and people standing on stage as right? Like, yeah, okay. I'm not upset with that. I am saying, like, was the final call up there? Final call I'm getting? No. I'm just, it's like they know. They just know. They be like, they know. And that to me is what, like, didn't nobody say no? Like, no, hold on. It's 4 months out. This you came up with this 4 months out? Didn't you 2 years ago tell us you was only talking to black media?
That was a day, for one day.
And here we come. We back. So you just now figuring out you need black media, you need local media after you said, what do I? Oh, Jesus. This is why. Like, I ain't gonna lie. Watching that, it was just like, why am I doing this? Why? Because it's gonna be all good. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Open up the phone lines. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. I don't know. How do we get here? Lord, I don't know. I don't know, man. And then I ain't going Let me show you this. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm going to show Ruthie crazy text that I get. Like, one day, okay. Oh, different reference for Stacy because we can't be MF and G because of Chicago and the gun. Oh, no gun references. So yesterday, look. So my question always is, see?
Whoa.
One day I just really do want to publish all my stuff and just be like, this, like, it'd be crazy. I'm telling you.
That's why text messages sometimes don't suffice. You need to pick up the phone because you can misinterpret it.
That was not that's hard to misinterpret.
That's true.
That's hard to misinterpret.
Oof.
And here's the challenge. Then they tell you which Negroes to pick. So if you say black media, let's just be real, Ruthie. How you gonna talk black media in Chicago and not talk about the morning show? Come on, man. Like, and I put my numbers against anybody's on any platform. Any morning, any platform. Put them up. But we know. Come on now. That's our source. That's where black people go to get their information. Press releases. Look at us. It's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm stopping being. But here's my thing. I think when you look at we have to decide what we're going to be. As I told you yesterday, black media is not looked at as real media in the media space. It is looked at as community. We don't get ad buys. We get community buys. We don't get advertising agencies calling us. We get public relations and public affairs firms calling us. No. Does Leo Burnett call and say, I'd like to run $10,000 or $100,000 worth of ads on your joint? No. What happens is the community outreach person, the community affairs director, the publicist calls because they want a story. And our stories are bought and paid as compared to our ads being bought and paid. So that's the difference. Like when they approach white media outlets, when they approach 2, 5, 7, and 9, you're never going to see the publisher. You're never going to see the news director or the publisher on stage, regardless of your idea, right? Because if they are to maintain their credibility, they can't be seen as being bought or swayed. Your ad buy in the black community, not your community participation guides the news. As compared to 2, 5, 7, 9, 30, they're gonna report. Now, I'm not making them unbiased, but ain't nobody calling up saying I need you to spend this. Nobody call now. Maybe at the super top levels, like when they say we gonna do Kanye. But the reality is, And the challenge becomes, it's a difficult jump to go from that. Ruthie, it's hard to make money selling ads at $50 a spot. It's much easier to take $20,000 and run a 10-week and not have to work, they give you the content. We create our content every morning, every day. And the premise that, and I promise you, I'm not a journalist. I have an opinion. But I do think that the concept, and if you talk to any white campaign, when they do their ad buys, we're not in the ad buy. You're in the community buy. You're in the, what are we going to do to take care of the black community? And so when that happens, then it's skewed, because I can't say that my value isn't in the fact that I'm giving you ads. My value is in the coverage that you give me. See? So if I say, Mays, I'll give you the example. Just happened. The white boy wanted to come on the radio show and come on and tell his story, the senator candidate. And I was like, fam, we're a radio station. So he just wanted to pay me to come on. And it's like, nah, you don't pay me to come on. Buy some ads and we'll bonus you the opportunity to have an interview. Now, that interview doesn't mean that I'm going to be your guy, because you're a Republican. But our ecosystem is off balance. The pH level is off because our media is not necessarily media. No, it's media, as in a medium. But it's not, it's we don't have really investigative journalism. We don't really have, I'm opinion. I'm going to claim that. But I think that we have to recognize that we rarely, if ever, are given information that's going to move us forward. Right? Can I ask a question?
This is a
Ruthie, why do you think we have such a problem here? Because nobody is, the reason that this show is such a problem is because everything that we have is for sale. And when I was at Coke, right? When I was at Coca-Cola, we bought all of the stuff and we guided the coverage of how they talked about us. And wasn't nobody going to say nothing about apartheid when you getting $20,000 in banquet money. And I just think that, yeah, man, it's the Mace Jackson Show. I'm going to take a quick break because I kind of got off my square on this. But if you pay attention, how does our media move black people forward? Tell me, when is the last time we seen a bad story about somebody? Like, when have we really seen a story in black media? If you would ask me, we love JB. Has there been anyone that's had, you can't really talk too much about cannabis, because if you talk too much about cannabis, then guess what? You don't get the Department of Public Health ad. Right? It's like the cannabis people who can't talk about cannabis because they got them waiting. So if I know that my ad buy is contingent upon, if I got a statewide ad buy, you think I'm about to say something about what's going on in the state?
No. This is a deeply rooted historical thing. Like, didn't you just get that quote about the ink by the barrels? Who said that?
It was one. I think
somebody
it was
like one of the old presidents,
Franklin or something like that.
Yeah, Benjamin Franklin. But I think when you look at how the press has been used historically, like, you got to think about black people's position and think about even how they had to distribute black newspapers. And so when I think about the black press today, and I understand the business side of the press, you can't win, because the business side is gonna outweigh the other stuff. And the other stuff meaning the truth, objectivity. Like, is this disinformation? And I think that is what it is. It's the business side. Now, you can speak differently because you handled the business side yourself. If you didn't, then you would have to be committed to then not talk about Coke and the apartheid, because Coke is advertising too. And I think that that's just historically how the game has been set up. It's because the business side starts to outweigh the other side. So I would be curious to know how many black media outlets started because of some type of issue, because they wanted to spark change, versus them starting solely as a business. And then you just got to kind of morph into the business side, and then truth and objectivity go out the window, because you got corporate sponsors.
But that goes back to our model, though. So again, the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to create content that draws in people, and that I then want to insert my ads in your content so that I can interact with your people. The way it works for us is they give us the content and tell us to bring the people to read their content, and the ad is no longer there. So now to prove your value, it's the story, not the ad. And so and essentially, then what happens is you get held accountable as the black media outlet because you didn't write the right story, as compared to saying, no, I ran you 50 ads, you got your value. You paid me they pay them $10,000 to run the commercial. They pay us $10,000 to publish their story. So then the pH balances off, because now as the outlet, you trying to chase the money, and the way you're chasing the money is feeding the stories to your people as compared to feeding them the ads. Let them tell their story to the people in their ad, not you tell their story to the people in the ad.
Well, I think it's a fine line between the press and politics. And I'll give you an example. Like, I feel like you have been like talking about this cannabis stuff for a minute. So for the life of me, I can't understand why, if somebody got a cannabis coalition or something related to cannabis, that they don't advertise on your show. But then I have to say to myself, I understand why they don't, because if they do, then they might be cutting off something else from something else. But you've been the only media outlet that's been advocating for the disparities within cannabis.
Mug will call me and tell me, thank you. They call me every day because of you.
Saying. That's what I'm saying. But that's why it's baffling. It's baffling, but it speaks to how our ecosystem is messed up.
So, and that's my point. You don't advocate it becomes challenge because that then becomes our trusted voices, right? And so then you got to know whether your trusted voice is an operative or a trusted voice. And I would argue that what you find is that most of our outlets are not necessarily, like, we treat them as trusted sources, but they're really operatives, right? Like,
they've turned into operatives because they take the capital, the money.
And so the challenge in the universe is, who are the honest brokers, right? I'm a political operative. If I'm operating, I'll tell you. But I find myself in one of these spaces where you look around and you say, how do we dig out if nobody is
the whole system has to be burned down?
So I will tell you that I don't know if it's fire, but I do think this election cycle, and I think going into the space, I think all of the institutions do need to have we need to have a reassessment of where everybody sits. Like, I don't feel like the same people who have been our brokers should stay the brokers. And it's not just media, but I think we have to relearn the system, because I think that, like, I mean, I'm going to tell you, like, we're pretty far from the defender that spoke up and the black. See, because none of the black entities, media, are supported by black revenue. You ain't got Johnson Hair Care. You ain't got Al Johnson Cadillac. So all of our black media institutions, either they self-financed or they're financed by they're not financed by ad dollars, they're financed by placements. And so essentially, I could tell all the truth in the world that I want to, as long as I pay for it. But ain't nobody gonna pay you to tell the truth.
Nope.
That could potentially make us not look good.
Well, not only not look good, it ain't about looking good. It's about the money that comes behind not telling the truth. But like you just said, it's about what is in the collective benefit of us. What messaging do we all share? And sadly, we don't all share the same messaging, because if you can read one thing and be like, oh, we good. And you can listen or read another thing and be like, oh, we down bad. So we don't share collective messaging. Whereas I think the Chicago Defender was a collective message. It was a collective message.
Collective message and mission. Because I think there's a certain point where you run up against things that you know are going to not necessarily be like, honestly, no cannabis, no gaming, nobody's talking about it. And it is kind of funny when you bring up that stuff because, again,
that's just something that's always been bad. But I mean, it's just more telling than anything. But I been in a very sad kind of way. Like, I understand it. It's just the way that our ecosystem works.
And it's kind of the reason why all the people that say, man, don't quit. It's like, family, this model does not work. This model works if when they call me and say, all right, here's our spin on cannabis, run this and look over here. Then this model works. Then what's in it for the black people? Because I'm telling you what they need for you to hear.
Mm-hmm.
The model does not work when you can't. It worked 4 years ago because you didn't have a record. It works now. It doesn't work now because, man, you said this 4 years ago right here in this same place. Can't have you remind you that every story we see about the governor, every story we see about any of our elected officials, can you tell me when they've been challenged at all? The premise of media is to challenge. The premise of black media is to support. To further the agenda. Like the white guys, the white reporters pride themselves on, and let me be clear, they bias too. But the white reporters pride themselves on giving the politicians the business. The black media prides themselves on having the relationship. Now, I believe that we should have relationships, right? So that as always happens when somebody's in trouble, Maze. And that hence, we will not cook you when you go to but in your everyday work, fam, we got to push you. Because if we don't push you, you're not going to do it. Because white folks will show you so use me as the example, because you know all your white friends listen. They do. And say, look, I don't want to wake up with this mug on the radio talking about me. Senator, Governor, can we please just go ahead and do right by the black people? And, you know, I swear to God, I do. The thing I hate the most in the world is for people to think I'm a dumbass Negro. I really do. So, you know, when they pat you on the back and they give you all the fake ass compliments, but they ain't doing the shit they need to be doing. But they be like, I got you. Ooh, I be like, fam, like, at this point, I'm not even looking for your support. I'm just doing the right thing, right? I have already come to the recognition that the ecosystem is busted and everybody likes to talk about the ecosystem. Ruthie, you know where our money comes from? J.B. Allen in South Carolina. John Austin, senior citizen, who ain't trying no parts of no cannabis. Right? And the reality is, I am not crazy enough to not recognize that the other outlets do because they're not me. Like because there is a morning show, all the other people get to be like, we ain't gonna be like that crazy, no. And then it's let me show you. So then they hit everybody. Everybody's standing up at the press conference like it's all sweet, and the black people who are getting cooked remain cooked. Because nobody's like, what about our people? Not nobody. Because that's why I feel super passionate about this last minute, the mayor is going to give us 4 months, and not us, because think about the gravity of that. So just think about that. They had a meeting in which they're going to agree for black media, and then Ruthie. Again, we can put our numbers on the table. anybody, any day. Open up. I'll print mine out. Let me see the opens. Let me see the views. Let me see the reach.
It's not about that, Maze.
Let's see the engagement.
It's not about that.
What is it about? Don't you want to get your message out? Is it about getting your message out, or is it about checking the box?
I think it's twofold. Actually, I think it's quadruple fold, because the first thing is, we know that local journalism, community papers, whatever you want to call it, suffer. That's number one. So they need the money. The second box that is checking is the check, because they need the money. Now, the third one is the whole, I don't want to call it the propaganda piece, but people do still have trusted voices within certain communities. And so people use their voices most of the time to their advantage. But I think when you get into the business side of the press, that's all you really need to focus on to frame this conversation, is the business side of the press. And seldom are people going to turn down money.
That is why the way press is set up the way it's supposed to be. It's supposed to be advertising, not the stories.
No, but see, with black press, sometimes it's more of a reward. Here's your monetary reward for not going against me. Here, I don't want to call it hush money, because that's, but I think it's your reward. When I be looking at the Board of Elections site and I be combing through people's buys and stuff, I see how much money people spend at these major stations, like tens and tens of thousands of dollars. If not millions. And that's just me looking at one line, because I bet you if I find all the line items, they equal up to $1 million, because it do be multiple $10,000 buys. So I know that they use those outlets differently than they use black outlets.
I had somebody say to me that the black media outlets ain't where where you get your bread and butter. That's just the cream. We're not necessarily to win, but you just want to make sure that it's a base that you cover.
It's a checkbox
that your opponent can't use as an opportunity to run up in you. And I just think, Ruthie, everything that you keep talking about is why I keep trying to explain the pay. So, I used to buy media. Mm-hmm. And then I used to buy media for campaigns. When I approached 2579, they only send me a salesperson. I never, ever, ever, ever get to talk to editorial. Ever. The buy, when you buy politically, starts with usually an editor or publisher coming and saying, you got to do right by us. I done looked at this buy, and you spending this, and this, and this. And then they say, great, we'll do it. They don't say, here, they don't give you a radio spot and then say, run it. They don't give you a ad and say, run it. They say, here's our press release. Make a story, right? And one of the things so I was talking to a new PR person, a veteran PR person, and she told me that they have now stopped advertising and now buy stories in publications that look like actual stories. Mm-hmm. Because she said it's a waste of time to spend money trying to pitch stories and they don't get it right, or they don't say what we want them to say. Right? And so essentially, if you look in like all of the major not black publications, now if you look at white publications too, you will see like if you flip through, you'll be flipping through a Chicago magazine and it'll look like it's a real story and it'll be like, this is a paid ad. We don't do that. We be like, that's the story. Right? So now you think that if I read this, you think of it as a story, not as a press release.
That's deep.
And if I write it as a publicist, what am I going to write that I didn't get y'all no cannabis? Or am I going to tell you it's the most equitable cannabis program in the country? And so what winds up happening in this whole space is, and this is where I get into the place where it's, where is your voice being used in this case? Or do we categorize things like, do you say news, PR, advertising? And then decide, because again, I'm not sure, as Mays Jackson, I can be 100%, I am not a journalist. I am an opinionated mug with a platform that is considered media. Now, the reason that you come here is not to hear what I say. The reason you advertise here is not because you agree or disagree with what I say. You come to advertise here because you see that there's 300 people live, and if we go to break and your commercial is in there, hopefully you can impact those 300 people live. Excuse me. No one's going to come advertise at the Mays Jackson show because they can't control the voice. JB could run 10,000 TV commercials here. He could run them all day long. But I don't want to run them if I can't control your mouth.
Well, that, and sometimes I listen to like conservative, like white conservative radio, and I listen to the ads. And then I go look up the companies because I just be curious, like what's the difference? And I think that the difference is, just like you said, it was the black businesses that was advertising in the Chicago Defender. Not only so that people could then come back and know what their businesses were, but also so that they could sustain the paper that was on code with the messaging during that time. So I think the ecosystem worked, but we lack black businesses. We lack that ecosystem. Also, people are afraid to advertise on your show for fear that the powers that be will then ostracize them. Because an ad also, in addition to you wanting to get the audience, to me, an ad is also a show of support. And I think that in black media, most of the time ads just be, they be like,
it's like, I got to give you the ad so I could give you I give you the ad so I can get the content. Like it used to be, yeah. But again, look at Howard Stern, right? Howard Stern offends everyone and everything. There was a point when the advertiser said the value, and this is the difference, and I want you to just see the difference. Mm-hmm. Howard Stern, whores, prostitutes, drug, crackheads, you name it, everything terrible. Mm-hmm. There was a point when the advertiser said, we don't care about the political correctness of it because his audience is not, we can't run his audience away. And they're going to be loyal. And so if we associate ourselves with the brand, F your feelings, we're going to get sales.
Depends on what you're talking about too, though.
Exactly. If you're talking about black liberation, we're not financing that.
No, they
now
won't.
Let me.
Not only will they not finance it, but we're also going to try to eliminate you. We're going to starve you out.
Right. And then if they're going to starve you out, then you don't have advertisers.
And they'll starve. But the thing about the starve out with black media is that part of it is also making it so that other people, that's why you put the head on the stake at the front of the village. So other people so that they won't even make the mistake. And I feel like that's part of the starve out.
Yep.
And that's why the cannabis people that you literally been fighting for ain't kicked you with no ad revenue, with no ad dollars. I don't even know what that coalition would look like. I don't quite know. But I just know this has been an issue that you have been talking about as the black media for years. And it's baffling to me that ain't no black cannabis people got together and said, let's advertise on your show. But I understand why they can't, because they seen your head on the stake at the front of the village. So they are afraid. They are scared. And fear is the most crippling thing ever.
He said shadow ban.
Yeah. That's a good word. In a non-technological sense. Yes, they have shadow banned you.
And I paid to do it. So, yeah, let's take a quick break. Then we're going to come back after these messages. It's the Mays Jackson Show.
The Mays Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Sheehan for Senate. Patrick Sheehan is running for state senate in the 19th district, our district. The 19th district is where Pat and his wife are raising their 5 kids. As a husband, father, and football coach in our community, Pat is a positive example for our children. As your senator, Pat will slash property taxes, fight inflation, and make education a priority. This race is not about right versus left. It's about right versus wrong. On November 8th, vote for your future. Vote Pat Sheehan for state senate.
Closer to my dreams, hey, guapole, the food tastes better. I stopped smoking squares, healing from the inside out, making repairs. I forgave some people, thanked them for the lessons, cause holding on to it was blocking my blessings. No more stressing, worry dishonors God, so I just pray, and I'm loving my odds. Mingle with like minds, gravitate where light shines. Graduate, masters, your rhymes ain't like mine. Big dank from the west side, this is my best self. Taking vacations, hoping the rest helps. Got a career now, loving what's ahead. My spirit is free from the stuff that I shared.
I feel good now, that what life's about. Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, that what life's about. Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about.
I'm feeling so good now, walking on higher ground. Got out the country, visit some new towns, made some new friends, let go of some bad ones. Soon as that took place, everything got fun. My life started going up, opportunities showing up. I'm back where I want to be, no headaches and throwing up. Reconnect with the homie, it's positive energy, vibes and wavelengths. It's all about frequency. I'm back with my first love, it feel like the first time. I'm back in the studio, this ain't my first rhyme. I wake up every day, blessed as heavenly. Before I ain't say much, now I got much to say. Raise my credit score, got rid of some past debt. Heard that's attractive, well call me a magnet. Plugged into an outlet, living life outright. All on my Kid Cudi, focusing day and night. Right?
Now ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about. I feel good now, ain't that what life's about? Thank you for new days, something to sing about. Let's do it a new way, more than just talk about. Today's a holiday, that's what it's all about.
Feel good. See, my state gets busy. That's the cardinal rule.
Back to the Mays Jackson Show. You are listening to the most dangerous show. This is What's in It for the Black People Radio. Mays Jackson. Mays Jackson, the most vociferous advocate for black people in the world.
For Ruthie Moore, for Ty Stroger, I am the host of the Mays Jackson Show, asking every single day, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them Mays said, Mayor Lightfoot, man, we ain't accepting that. We ain't accepting that. Let's go. Yeah.
Let's get down to business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gon' sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to send it. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets with hood legends, DNA gets spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the sealed carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.
Wake up, Chicago! Wake up, world! This is the Mays Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mays Jackson. Got my man, DJ Riis the Ruler, and in the building, Ruthie Mizzo for Shizzo and Dope. What? You ain't like my Ruthie Mizzo for Shizzo and Dizzo? What a D, though?
Just a rapper. I mean,
what a D, though? You know? For Shizzle, my nizzle. But dizzle, zizzle. Snoop Dizzle, Zizzle. Okay, anyway. Yo, it's the Mays Jackson Show. So, let me do this. I never want to be accused of giving my audience misinformation. Real talk. I will open the phone lines. Brother, you are more than welcome to call in and share the part that I got wrong. I'm not trying to put you on blast or nothing like that. You're more than welcome. 872-259-7474. But I can speak on my experience in purchasing or placing media. I don't think that it is the case for everyone and every outlet. But in general, and I guess my thing would be like you look at audit services. Hold on, let me check. So again, and I think there's an opportunity. We don't have to ever be at odds. I think there's always an opportunity to have discussion. And you know what? I think we've got to make sure. But I will tell you, right? And again, if you think about how Mays Jackson got here, right? Ruthie, under what circumstances should black people not talk about black people being under assault? Right? Like, and I must be honest with you, there is no amount of money, and it's kind of the reason why I started this. There's no amount of money that's going to make me say, no, the black people ain't getting beat down and pulled out their cars and be safe. There's no politician, there's no relationship, there's nothing. And so if you can say, and Ruthie, it was reported on every news outlet. So in the black news outlets, nobody talks about it. About this, go through your timelines, go through your screens, go through everything and see who black was talking about the assaults of black people during the uprisings. I want you to say who in black media stood up and said, man, we stand in solidarity with that brother. That stuff happened.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Do you think that a white media outlet would have posted?
No.
Would have posted this picture of Emmett Till in his casket?
No. But I don't think a black media outlet would have done it now either. Depending on who you rolling with. We would. So, guys, I have bought media for, and I want to be clear, we do have people that sell ads. I don't ever want to say that. I don't ever want you to think that I don't think we have outlets that sell ads, but our primary revenue is generally event-based. Now, there are some people that have found niches, but Ruthie, if you ain't, you can be critical. You just can't be too critical. They can, when you get told how much you could, how much you can whoop me, but don't whoop me too hard. And so I just think we have to be.
Okay, can I ask another?
Yes. Go
You
ahead.
see how Drink Champs took their Kanye interview down, but Kanye ain't take his interview down with Tucker or Piers Morgan.
You also saw that the only person who apologized was, and again, because we are expected, Ruthie, during the Barack Obama years, it's funny, when there was this thing called Get Covered Illinois. State of Illinois was about to spend $10-15 million on media. So I was sitting in a meeting and every single white station, cornhole, you name it, was there. And there was not one black media outlet. Not one. I literally blew up the meeting and was like, this can't happen without, and I was working for the agency that was doing it. And I went and I called every black publisher and everybody black that I knew and said, look, they giving away this money. And y'all need to get a part of it. We must when they get to pick the black people in the room, then guess what, fam? It's not independent. It ain't us. So the white folks can say, I've had people tell me, white folks be like, we having a meeting, but he can't come. Y'all talking about black media in Chicago? But imagine the black people being like, okay, he can't come. We'll come. He can't come.
I mean, I think ostracization is the new form of lynching.
Well, I'm here to tell you, I ain't the new form of Emmett Till. It's not going. And so I got stuck on this subject only because you frustrated me. Because you were like, you did. I did. I got stuck on this.
When I asked about the cannabis stuff?
No, when you said that's just the way it is.
Has been historically. They don't want us free, man. You know this. Especially not.
Like, I'm just tired of being in a space where white folks be like, not that nigga. Like, to the black people. And then the black people be thinking they doing you a solid. No, fam. Like, understand that realistically, these white folks be like, man, how can we not give this nigga? How do we make sure that we penalize?
Starve them out.
And it'd be me. But everybody be in the morning like,
Maze, can you say? Can you talk about?
You know they cut me out.
What they did.
Anyway. All right, so that's all good. I'm done.
Advertise, people.
No, don't. 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 Cause guess what? I'm going to when I put all of my resources into my family and my own creation, I want to be able to document that we did it. Like, that was our contribution. That for the last 2 years, it's been, what, 45, 50, so $50,000 a year to share information with you. And that ain't even it, because it's plus salaries plus, but I'm just talking about straight airtime. And when I walk away, I will be able to say, here's the quantifiable investment that I made. Time, economics, receipts, and resources. But I do think, and I must be honest with you, when I saw that, like, when I saw them people walking up there like that, Ruthie, I was just like, yeah, I'm in the wrong business. I'm in the wrong damn business.
Well, because it's like you fighting against like a force it's difficult. It's a difficult force to fight against. And so I can understand, your frustration with running up the hill.
Mm-hmm. Tracy said you can be free, poor, and mad. I'm damn near damn three of them. So I'm gonna get the opposites of all of that. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Give us a call, man. I want to talk about something. I want to tell me something good. We done had a good time all dang day. What I was gonna ask y'all was, who is the best R&B women singers of all time? All right, y'all ready? Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Who are the best female? Wait, I have a question. Why can't I say female? Is there something wrong with female?
It depends on how you say it.
What is the problem?
It depends on how you say it.
Female, the best female singer, vocalist of all time?
That's perfectly fine.
Okay. So, Ruthie, who are your top 3 female vocalists of all time? Here's what I got. Mariah.
You tripping, Maze.
Whitney.
Okay.
And B.
Who?
Beyonce.
Beyonce ain't that good of a singer.
What?
You talking about performer, artist, or you talking about strictly singing? Because you maybe got me confused.
I think she's a great singer. Didn't you hear Dangerously in Love ever? You ain't never heard? So
of course I've heard that song.
Top 3 female artists of all time. Top 3. Is it vocals or is it performance? Is it all around? Let's say vocals right now. Top 3. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I don't think y'all could beat my list, though. Mariah, Whitney, and Beyonce, I got the album sales, I got the range, I got the emotion, I got the greatest songs of all time. Right there, you can't beat me. You cannot beat my top 3.
Mariah can sing.
Psst, Whitney can't? Beyonce can't?
Oh, I agree with Whitney. Beyonce is okay. She ain't no Whitney or Mariah, though.
What? You tripping.
She's a performer. She could perform better than both of them put together. But singing...
You don't think Beyonce can sing?
Not as good as Whitney Houston or Mariah Carey, no.
Okay, but that's because Beyonce's number 3. Who beat? Okay, go ahead, badass. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Nobody is beating my top 3. You can't name 3 better than me.
Singers?
3 singers better than Mariah, Whitney, and Beyonce. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Riis, who in your top 3, dog?
Is Aretha Franklin, Mariah Carey,
and I forgot
Whitney Houston. And if I'm going, we don't name black people, but I think Adele and Celine Dion both sing better than Beyonce. Beyonce is a performance. She does it, but singing, I don't even think. I think that what's the girl that was on Dream Girl?
Jennifer Hudson.
I think she sings better than her vocally. You know what I'm saying? I think that Kelly Rowland sings better than her vocally, but I gotta put Aretha Franklin over.
Damn, you got me. Okay, I'll give you Beyonce. Okay, all right. You. But I got 2 out of your 3 though, so I'm still in the top. I might have fell off with the Beyonce. I give you that, but I don't know. I still think Beyonce. We can't look at album sales. But top 3, Ruthie. So Riis is swapping out Beyonce for Aretha Franklin. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. You can't beat my top 3. You can't. You cannot. Ruthie, who you got?
Definitely Whitney Houston. But this is not me going all the way. You
gotta
back.
go. You gotta do it. You gotta.
Well, then we can't start at R&B. We gotta start probably at gospel or something. If we taking it all the way back.
Speak for yourself. I know I started.
I'm gonna go with
Shirley Caesar.
Whitney Houston.
I got beans, greens.
We definitely Anita Baker.
Anita Baker. Come on now. Yes, Anita Baker is an alto. She just stay in the same range.
I'm even gonna throw Sade in there. We talking about
singing. You looking at my paper?
No, I'm thinking about who has a unique singing voice that stands out. Mariah got range. Whitney Houston got range. Anita Baker.
She ain't got range.
But it's a unique voice. Beyonce's just average. She's just regular. Now, if we throwing in dancing, costumes, all of that, okay, Beyonce is one of the best female performers of all time.
You mean to tell me she did before I let go better than Frankie Beverly? You better stop.
You are. Oh my gosh.
Come on now. You know it's better. That's better than Frankie Beverly. So Ruthie, you got who you got? Who is your 3?
Mariah, she ain't one. I'm gonna go with Whitney, Sade, Anita Baker.
Oh, you just being contrary now. You just being a contrarian. You trying to tell me Mariah Carey ain't in the top 3? Even Riis know Mariah's in the top 3.
Mariah can break a glass with her singing. I'm gonna throw her in there.
I like Brandy too, but she ain't in it. I forgot about Brandy. She got some jams though. All right, Monica. No, I like Monica. Got some. I think Monica and Mary J. What's the sister girl singer? Monica and Mary J.
Man, that's Faith Evans. Mary
Lord.
J. Blige.
Let's not even go down that.
Okay, because you already know it's plenty of them.
They mad.
Keisha Cole.
Mad. My man done me wrong. Mad. We gonna do the man done me wrong list too. Caller, give us a call, 872-259-7474. 872-259-7474. Give me your top 3 female vocalists of all time.
Hello?
Hey, caller.
Hey, what's going on, man?
What up, James Big Slim Davis?
Hey, man.
I know who it is, my dude.
Okay. This is. I'm gonna go. Two old school, one honorable mention, and my favorite vocalist of all time. Like, I'm just so in love with this chick. Okay? I'm gonna start. My honorable mention is Stephanie Mills.
It's who?
Then I'm gonna go Stephanie Mills.
Oh, but she only got 3 songs. But go ahead.
What? No, come on.
She only
Minnie
got 3
Riperton.
songs. Who? Minnie Riperton. All right, that's George Dan's
Yes.
ex-wife. Go ahead.
And y'all remember Shanice?
Oh, yeah,
I
but she
love
only
your smile.
Yeah, but she only had 2 songs,
Man.
dog. She had 2 songs, dog. You thought about what you like.
Wait.
You thought
We're
she was
talking
cute,
about
didn't you?
some, but my favorite of all time, like she is the world to me. Fantasia. Woo!
Oh, that's a good one.
And you know what?
She could sing.
Fantasia could
Fantasia,
sing.
have y'all ever?
Yes, I must give you some honor. I must. So I did not think about Fantasia, and I don't, because you know Fantasia is extremely
Have you ever
hood
seen
to
her
me.
live? Have you ever?
No.
Have you ever seen her live? That's why I'm so in love with her. She's just so authentic. You know, she's like somebody
you
that
must
lives
like
down the
Keisha
street,
Cole,
man.
too,
I like her. I like her chocolate sister. That's my preference.
Okay, good.
And there's nothing made on her. Everything is authentic, like from head to toe, man. She is the ultimate for me.
Okay.
The ultimate.
All right, James Big Slim
I
Davis.
always tell my.
Go ahead.
All right, y'all. Have a good one,
You
man.
want to finish? Go ahead, finish. Oh, he hung up. So I, go ahead, dog. James?
I clicked. I thought he was leaving.
That James Reese did that to you. Okay, so look, also I want to remind you all, we are going to have a Halloween shindig tomorrow. So if you're interested in going or you're interested in coming, you call us, let me know. We'll put you on the list. It is tomorrow from 8 to 1. We got a video DJ, so they're going to be playing the best videos from the 80s, 90s, mixing them all up. It's going to be off the chain. We got food, drinks, bartender, the whole thing. If you want to come kick it with us tomorrow night because you're not going to Dallas, then come let me know when you call in. But give us a call, 872-259-7474. Best 3 female black vocalists of all time. I think I got the list. I don't think y'all could beat my list. Although, the J Hood / Fantasia, those were some ones I ain't put on my list. The top 3 of all time. Ruthie list janky. Ruthie got the janky list. Riis just wanted to dump on Beyonce, man. I think y'all back in that Beyonce hate phase. Do y'all remember when Beyonce was hated?
No, it has nothing to do with Beyonce hate. You just part of the Beehive.
I'm not.
Yes, you are.
First of all, I'm not part of the Beehive. We won't even go here. Yeah, let's go to the live line. Carly on the 8. You're on the live line. 872-259-7474. Top 3 black female vocalists of all time. I don't think nobody could beat my list. I got Mariah, Whitney, and Beyonce. Beat me.
Hey, this is Susan Nye Black. I think I can beat you.
Hey, Susan, how are you?
I'm blessed.
And
I
Z5,
got
Blue
Whitney
5, and all
Houston.
that good stuff.
Blue 5. So here I go. I got Whitney Houston, I got Phyllis Hyman, and I got Aretha Franklin.
Oh, you trying to get a little grimy there, huh? All right, Phyllis Hyman. See, you went with the sentimental there. You went with the sentimental in that one too. Phyllis Hyman, man, she used to make me sad. But man, that's a
great singer.
Great singer. All right. See, I still, but y'all still gotta. You ain't beating my Whitney. I still think my list might get you. So wait, what? How many songs do Phyllis Hyman get? How many Phyllis Hyman songs is it? 6.
About 20.
Oh,
No, he
see,
didn't
y'all,
say
see, you was around the house cleaning sad, wasn't you? You was around the house. See, Phyllis Hyman, you listen to Phyllis Hyman, you be like, Lord, what is the world coming to? Susan, I appreciate your call. Thank you for calling in. That's Susan Nye Black. She's with us all the time in the den, too. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. Don't forget, we got a Halloween shindig, too, tomorrow night. So if you ain't going to Dallas and you want somewhere to pop on a costume, eat you some chicken wings. Well, we might not do chicken wings. I might upgrade. Plus, wait till we get on. We got needed a bartender. She be bringing fire and stuff. She be making smoky drinks. But how you put smoke in the drink? I wonder if she gonna make a smoky tequila drink. That'll be off the chain. Look, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. Give me the Quincy. You did not say Frank Ocean.
No,
I can't listen to Frank Ocean no more the same. I just can't. All right, let's go to the live line. 872-259-7474. Top 3 female black female vocalists of all time. Who you got, caller?
Hello.
Hey, caller, what's up? Turn that radio down in the back.
Hey, how you doing? Good morning. Tina Turner, Diana Ross, Aretha Franklin.
Dang! You went back. Tina Turner, you was looking at Tina Turner legs. Stop it. Diana Ross, you know Diana Ross can't sing. She can't sing, see? And y'all, I think I won on your list, but you got a good list, man. You got a good list. What's your name, caller?
Michael Hayes.
Hey, Michael Hayes. We appreciate you calling, man. Thank you so much. I still think my list won, but you got a good one. All right, y'all, give us a call, 872-259-7474. Ruthie, you want to swap out anybody?
I would like to swap out your Beyonce. If you change Beyonce to somebody else, then I'll give you your list. Jasmine Sullivan.
I'll break the windows out your car. The one who sang Hotels.
Oh, goodness.
The Hotels lady. Right. She spelled hoe, Reese, like we spell Heaux. She spelled it too.
Great singer.
I break the windows, but that's another. See,
I bust the windows out.
She got that's the mad girl. We gonna make the top mad female artist too. The top your man done me wrong artist. We gonna make a list of that too. Cause but Mary win. I be like, Mary, 10 albums in, that dude done. It's like every other album. It'd be like, all I really want is to be happy.
I know you probably don't listen to too much new female R&B music, but it done became like rap lyrics. So they say worse stuff than Mary now. Like you thought Mary was bad. Like no, Mary is wholesome.
Wholesome?
Mary had wholesome breakups in comparison to this new stuff. R&B is like rap now. They be singing rap lyrics in my opinion.
Y'all ruin everything. It's the Maze Jackson Show. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I still think my list is the best. And Ruthie is a Beyonce hater.
No, you're just in the beehive.
I am not in the beehive.
If you strictly singing, we're not talking about performance. We don't throw Jay-Z in there because I know that's the icing on the cake for you. But strictly vocally, Beyonce should not be in your top 3 of all time. It's quite an insult.
You sound like white people telling me who I could be, which black people I could pick.
Beyonce is not the best singer.
She is the best. She's the best
performer. She's the best performer.
Larrabee said Adina Howard. You tripping? Actually, I was thinking about bringing Adina Howard to Obsidian one time. But she only got 2 songs. I was like, what we going to do after... T-shirt and some. Okay, the Maze Jackson Show. Give us a call 872-259-7474. Who? I don't think y'all could beat my list. Nobody's beat my list yet. Mariah is. Wait, I got Whitney, Mariah, Beyonce. Top 3 female artists. Who in the hell is Ari Lennox?
Oh my goodness.
What is that? Alicia Keys whack.
What?
Alicia Keys is whack. She is.
Alicia can sing.
She played the same thing
at the same time.
They all sound the same. I can't have nobody. What I can't remember.
She can sing. Ain't she a classically trained pianist too?
Oh Lord.
Like that counts for something, Maze.
I said vocalist. Thank you. All right. Everybody see Ruthie just trying to add people to the list. All right. I still think nobody can beat my list. Right now, what do I got? Whitney, Mariah, Beyonce. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Top 3 female vocalists of all time. Yes, Quincy Hurst joined us.
Hey, man.
What's up, caller? What's your name? Who this?
Hey, this Shannon, brother. How you doing?
Oh, what up, Shannon Washington? What's up, dog? How you feeling, man?
What's up? Listen, I'm good. Listen to you all the time, man. What you know, but you touch on the subject. Remind me of waking up, listening to my mom. Aretha is definitely one of the best, but I haven't heard y'all mention two of the greatest, Patti LaBelle and Janet Jackson. What's going on?
Okay, so look, Patti is in my hollering club. I like Patti, right? I like Patti. Janet is in the booty club.
Dance and show your body.
Right. She's in the, come on, man. Come on now. Now, let's be clear. We know Janet doesn't have any range. Like, I love Janet Jackson, and she has a lot of pop hits. But greatest vocalist, come on, Shannon. You tripping, Shannon. You tripping, dog.
Wait, you put Beyonce in it.
Beyonce killed Janet Jackson. Beyonce killed Janet Jackson.
And dancing?
And everything.
Ooh, I want to see that versus.
You crazy?
But I need to see him dance with it.
But now let me tell you.
Performance, you think Beyonce is a better performer than Janet Jackson?
Yes.
Old Janet or young Janet? 'Cause I think
Janet to me does cheerleader dances. She is a drill team. She be 4, 3, 2, 1. But they be, here it go. 5, 4, 3, 2. Beyonce be.
You must ain't never seen that video with her and Michael Jackson in that black and white going at it.
That was a good one.
That was the very first. That was the most expensive video in history at one point. I have definitely seen that, but she ain't no Beyonce. Now, don't get me wrong, Janet, Penny. So y'all have to understand that. And Shannon, see, you probably much younger than me. Janet Jackson is in the pantheon because when we were 14, 15, and in our male adolescent stage, Control was out and Janet was really the only black girl on the poster. So Janet Jackson occupies a very special place, especially in the realm of black men who are anywhere from 45 to 50, because she was but one of the only black sex symbols during that time. But she ain't holding a candle to them people. Thank you, Shannon. You know you my man, though. All right, call you on the Mace Jackson Show. Beat me on my top 3 black female vocalists. I got Beyonce, Whitney, and Mariah. Who you got?
I got Jasmine.
What's
Sullivan.
up? What your name is? Hey, hold on. Hey, Reese, give me some applause. Get ready for my applause. I want to give a big shout out to What Your Name Is for her big old promotion at the new gig. Y'all make some noise for our girl, What Your Name Is, and let's all clap for the girl who probably, ain't as happy. Big shout out to What Your Name Is. Round of applause. And we better see you at the party. All right, what's up? What your name is?
I'll be there solo.
He told me. Dallas.
Yeah. So as far as vocals, right, I got Jasmine Sullivan, Whitney Houston, and Aretha. Beyonce is gonna be my bonus, right? But people hate on Beyonce, and I know why I can see everywhere, but she just got a good publicist, period. But if you listen to anything that she has done outside of like the studio, the girl can blow. She really, really can. And she got range. And my second bonus is Brandy. People sleep on Brandy. Brandy and Jasmine Sullivan, y'all gotta go to YouTube. YouTube has everything I'm singing together and just covering other people. That's where you gotta go. But that's all I got. And thank you for the love, man.
Hey, no, we always proud of you now. All right, I'm proud of my family when they climb the ladder. Look, y'all, I'm going to take a quick break. Y'all stay on the line. We're going to tell me something good. But what I still want to know, because I still don't think nobody has been on hit. Wait, did she say Jasmine Sullivan?
She can really sing. Like,
if she had a man, she probably wouldn't.
No, but if you Maze, you seem like the type that if you go to a concert, you need the smoke, the flame.
No.
Let me finish. You need the strobe lights. You want all the dancers. Some people like a nice concert where the artist is literally just sitting on the stool singing. And Jasmine Sullivan can do that. Beyonce cannot.
Can I tell you who did that? And it was one of the best, simplest concerts I ever been to in my life. Sade did a concert at the United Center. She don't tour very much, and so we went. Ruthie, she had a
Sade or somebody different?
Sade. No, it's Sade.
With the SADE lady?
Yeah.
Dang, I always thought her name was Sade.
I thought it was Sade. So we can figure that out. We can Google that. But Sade had 4 sheets. Not sheets, but 4 silk things hanging from the ceiling and a band and a white outfit. And they just projected images while she sang. It was like the simplest,
because she can sing,
coldest,
she can sing
concert that I had been for simplicity. All right, Mr. Mace Jackson Show. Don't give up. I still don't think y'all beat me. Give us a call, 872-259-7474. I just now started appreciating Sade too. I don't think I appreciated it. I felt like she was always overrated because, you know, it'd be, I felt like people used to listen to her just so they could pretend like they was deep. You know how people listen to music, you be like, listen to this. I'd be like, I don't get it, dog. It's not. Then I got older and I was like, actually, then let me tell you, last week, Ruthie, I was at, I'll tell you about it on the break. It's the Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after these messages.
The Mace Jackson Show. We'll be back after this break.
Hey, Chicagoland. All roads lead to Solo Beauty Supply, the largest black-owned beauty supply in Chicago. We carry a large selection of natural hair care products, plus much more. So come see us at one of our 2 locations, located at 9011 South Ashland or 8158 South Cottage Grove. Our inventory is growing, and with your support, Solo Beauty will continue to be a source of pride in our community.
Today, the Biden administration is releasing what it calls a new strategy to fight domestic terrorism. Following a 100-day review, federal officials are now laying out a new plan hoping to deter, detect, and prosecute domestic terror.
They went to the Capitol waving their flags and looking for smoke. He was out there looking for justice. They was over there looking for votes. Ashley Babbitt was with him and told all the people that nothing could stop us. She climbed through the Capitol window, breaching security, and caught a shot, bro. The media say she a veteran. They paint the picture to make her look greater, but she disrespected the same country that she served. That makes her a traitor. They was fighting police, resisting arrest. On God, I couldn't believe. I guess blue lives only tend to really matter when it's convenient. Hey, these are the times we witness in history, all because we didn't get a victory.
You are listening to the Mace Jackson Show. I'm your host, Mace Jackson. We only got a little while left. It's Tell Me Something Good Friday. Plus, I'm still trying to get your top 3 artists. But before I get too far into this, we got a special caller on the line that's got a big deal going on tomorrow. Before the Halloween party. It is about to be a celebration, a festival. So on the live line, I got my man. He coming down off the roof. He getting it in. I think when we saw him last time, Riis, he was $15 million short. He said, I had that $15 million before the end of the month. And now he's coming off the roof. It's my man, the one and only, the pastor of New Beginnings, the brother that got on the roof, the brother that, hey man, he don't take no federal funds, but finds a way to get it done. It is the one and only Pastor Corey Brooks. Corey Brooks, what's up, brother? How you feeling today?
What's up, Maze? I'm doing good. Thanks to all your listeners for having me on the show today. I greatly appreciate it.
All day, fam. Anytime you come, you should have came your pastoral self up here, but it's all good, sir.
Man, I would have, but we're preparing the grounds and getting everybody ready to break ground on tomorrow. So I would have came in. I love to come into the show. So anytime I'm invited, I'm always coming.
For sure. So talk to me, brother. What's going on?
Well, man, first of all, you ain't going to ask me my top 3 listeners.
Oh, you got top 3? Wait, hey, man, what you got?
I want to participate, man.
Wait, now, you going to pick 3 gospel singers, or what you going to do? You know, preachers know.
Man, I'm going to give you the top 3 singers ever.
Go ahead.
1, Aretha Franklin.
Okay.
2, can I have 4?
I'm going to give you get 3 and a possible. Go, how about that? We're going to do it for the big players.
Okay, 3 and a possible. So Aretha Franklin, Beyonce, Whitney, and Janet.
Okay, so you right there with me, but Janet can't sing.
Janet got the performance.
Okay, all right. So we right there, Pastor Brooks. We right there. I'm gonna give you that, man. You all right? You didn't say Shirley Caesar though, dog. You ain't say Mahalia Jackson. What is you doing, man? What church you go to?
Oh, my mule.
So, Pastor Brooks, you got Harvest Fest. Tell me what's going on, man.
So tomorrow we're breaking ground after 11 months of being on the rooftop and raising money to build a community center. We're finally at the point to where we can break ground. We were going to just wait until we had all the money. Our goal is $35 million. That's how much the center costs, but we're at $20 million. So we're breaking ground tomorrow. It's going to be a big celebration. It starts at 11 o'clock. Then after the groundbreaking ceremony, we're going to have a Harvest Fest where the streets are cut off. It's going to be food trucks, vendors, everything is free. Bring your kids out, bring your family out. It's going to be a great time on King Drive tomorrow.
All right, now y'all know that is where, Pastor Brooks, what's the exact address? Tell them one more time.
6620 South King Drive.
Now let me tell y'all something. When Pastor Brooks has an event, he tell you to come and bring your stuff and everything is free. Everything is free. And Pastor Brooks got them relationships with the white guys that get the real hamburgers. They get the real food. They don't be getting all the filler. You get steak, lobster. Boy, you go to Pastor Brooks, and I don't know if they're going to have steak and lobster tomorrow, but I will tell you that when they do it, they set it out.
It's going to be some lobster out here. It's going to be some shrimp. It's going to be a big celebration tomorrow. But I'm really happy about we got Big Daddy's Barbecue from Gary coming. They got a train, and they're going to be in the middle of the street. And so if you want rib tips, hamburgers, chicken, all you can eat, come on out tomorrow. Plus, we got about 5 other food trucks, taco food trucks, pizza food trucks, cheeseburger food trucks, chicken. It's just going to be crazy.
I'm going to tell y'all say what you want. But you know what? When Pastor Brooks does it for the neighborhood, he does not take a shortcut in dealing with it. So tomorrow it is the Harvest Fest. Starting at 11 o'clock, they're going to break ground on the new community center. And then right after that, it is going to be on and popping. And if I ain't been to one Pastor Brooks event, I've been to 1,000. And every single one of them, I leave full with a plate talking about when's the next one. So we'll see you tomorrow, Pastor Brooks, right after our BP1. Appreciate you, brother, for everything you're doing out there. Stay up.
All right, thanks, man. Thanks, I appreciate that. I'll see you tomorrow at your event as well.
For sure. Oh, dang, for sure, man. All right, I got something for you, too. All right, y'all, it's the Maze Jackson Show. I'm your host, Maze Jackson. Top 3 R&B artists of all, not R&B, top 3 black female vocalists of all time. I still think my list is the best. I don't think nobody's really beat me.
Man, you keep...
Y'all got the only thing y'all got on me is Aretha Franklin.
No, you in the Beehive.
You only got Aretha Franklin on me.
You need to get out. You're in the Beehive.
I'm not in the Beehive. Beyonce is just the greatest singer ever. Go ahead, caller. You on the Maze Jackson Show besides Whitney and Mariah. Go ahead, caller. Who's the top 3? Beat me.
Good morning, Maze.
Good morning. Who there?
This is Miko.
Oh, what's up, Miko? You still in L.A.? You don't be putting my business straight.
I'm in San Diego. Yes, I am.
You know what? We know somebody in San Diego we're going to connect you with. We just met them. Anyway, I know who is on your list. Can I tell you who I know is on your list?
I have so much to listen, man. You have to start your podcast is that it's too much to talk about to wake our people up around here. It is too much.
I'm quitting.
We are human capital everywhere.
I'm quitting.
But anyway,
I'm not fighting. Hold on. I'm quitting with these black people. I'm done with the black people at the end of the month. At the end of the election cycle.
What you're not fighting. No. Stop that about what you're not fighting. This is not about fighting, dude. This is about the money game and about rising up. Listen, this is about the money game. Quit playing with me, okay? Stop it. This is about the money game. This ain't about being broken fighting, dude. This is about the money game. Stop playing with me.
Okay, I heard you. I take the money game. Yes, ma'am.
And I'm not talking about no chop change. I'm not talking about no little money. Stop playing with me.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Anywho, my 3, listen, Minnie Rippleton, I don't know why y'all playing around there.
Somebody said Minnie Rippleton. Shantae Moore? Shantae's got a man.
And most of these singers around today, they not singers. That girl, Chris and Michelle, was stump a mud hole in most of them that's making trillions and millions and they won't put her on. I don't care who she sung for inauguration, who she sung. That girl can sing.
I'll give you. She got canceled. They took her off the map. She got.
And we finna uncancel her.
Oh, well,
we finna uncancel her.
Let's bring her to. We can bring her to.
She can go from opera. She can go from whatever tone you want to hear. That girl can get down. She can do jazz. Listen, that girl can sing.
You said, listen, that you feel passionate. And you know who I thought you was going to say, right? Mary.
Mary can't sing. Mary can't sing.
You better
she can sing about stuff. Mary sing about stuff that most black women can relate to about their man and about home. What's going on at home? Listen, that Chrisette Michelle can get down. She can sing.
Okay. Look, that was some passion. That is my president of What's in It for the Black People, Tamiko Holt. I still don't think her list can get me though. Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Reese, we got anybody on the list think they can catch up with us? You can't beat my list. Beyonce, Mariah, and Whitney. You just can't beat me. I'm just saying. Y'all might have got me with Aretha, but that's the only. So I'm 2 out of 3. Ain't nobody beat me on the other ones. Go ahead, caller. You on the Maze Jackson Show.
What's going on, Maze?
What up? Who there?
Desmond.
Desmond, what's up, dog? Desmond, what you got? Who you got on your 3, boy?
All right. So this is what I'm gonna do for you.
Uh-oh.
So I'm gonna raise your Beyonce.
Okay.
I'm gonna raise your Beyonce with Kelly Rowland.
Yeah, that's just hate. That's just y'all just hating. Look, and you know, and y'all trying to jam me up because this what y'all trying to do. Y'all trying to jam me up on the color issue, right? Then y'all gonna be saying it's because she light skin, long hair. If y'all are trying to tell me, and I must say that Kelly Rowland has done very well for herself, but Kelly Rowland ain't no Beyonce. But go ahead. You got Kelly Rowland.
Okay. Now, I'm going to raise your Mariah with Fantasia.
Oh, you tripping, dog. You tripping.
No.
You tripping.
Yeah,
Look,
Reese,
you tripping. Okay, come on. You ain't beat me yet. Go ahead.
I got 2 more for you.
Go ahead.
I'm going to tag Miko, and I'm going to also bring in somebody that ain't been mentioned yet, Lettucey.
Lettucey can sing, but of all time, dog, now you just putting people on the list. She ain't even got but 3 songs.
Nah.
She got 3 songs, dog.
Mm-hmm. Then I'm gonna hit you with the 1-2 quitter.
Who's the 1-2 quitter?
Layla Hathaway.
Y'all deep. See, y'all went deep, right? Y'all was like, "Hi, Smokey Jazz. Hi, I'm Layla Hathaway.
Hey, talk somebody
and I'm so sleepy."
Come on now. You ain't gotta hate, you know what I'm saying? You know, because we from the streets of Bolingbrook, so you ain't gotta hate.
Get him, Reese. Goodbye, Desmond. All right, y'all. It's the Mace Jackson Show. Give me the top 3 black female vocalists of all time. Reese, who you got? Oh, caller, give me what you got, caller. Give us a call 872-259-74. Tina Marie. See, y'all just adding stuff. Y'all just gotta have Eminem and some stuff. Go ahead, caller.
Maze.
Uh-oh. Who is this? This sound familiar, too. Go ahead. Talk. I'm going to guess.
Of all time.
Oh, this Tracy. Hey, Tracy.
You know who this is. Okay, so. Of all time.
Oh, it's Star. Oh, Star coming. First of all, I don't even know if you should even get on the phone because you still owe me some lamb chops. But that's okay because you're scared. All right, it's all good.
I thought, you know what, Camille? I just need your help. I need your backup on these lamb chops. All right? Okay, of all times, Maze.
Okay.
Whitney Houston, that's the voice. That's a given. She on the list.
Okay.
Sarah Bond.
See, there you go. I knew you was gonna do some more. We can't even prove it. Look, Sarah Vine, we can't even prove it. It's okay. I'm gonna let you put. I'm giving it to you. We can't even prove that. That's not verifiable for us, but that's okay. I'm gonna give you Sarah Vaughn. I'll leave it up there. You know that you using class. You using the class factor on us. Okay, I'll give it to you. Next, you gonna say Dinah Washington too?
Ella Fitzgerald.
I knew it. Every time we gotta go talk about something, y'all always want to bring up some Ella Fitzgerald. No, I'm just playing. I love Ella Fitzgerald.
Now, and Maze, you done forgot about Janet Jackson, the first woman on stage to do that tip over the chair. Come on now, Maze.
That's performance. Jackson. Yes, that's Beyonce. She's in the Beyonce category.
You got Beyonce. Come on, Ruthie Mo for show. Drag him out the Bay High. Drag him out. Just drag him out. Save him.
I love Pleasant Principle though. That's Janet was. I'm not gonna go there. Star, thank you very much. Your list didn't beat mine though. You didn't beat me though.
Yes, it did.
No, Ruthie.
Beyonce is your weak link on there.
Oh God, I'm about to take the draft.
Now Desmond was tripping with putting Kelly right there. He was just
that's trolling, right?
But Jasmine Sullivan. Oh, man, she can
of
sing.
all time. This is millennial talk.
We talking about vocals.
Millie Vanilli. No, that was dudes. We'll save that for the next.
And some of y'all trolling too in the comments talking about Nicki Minaj.
Is this your queen? I give us a call 872-259-7474. Any callers up there? Caller, you on the Maze Jackson Show. Give me your top 3 black female vocalists of all time.
Maze.
James.
This is the authentic Maze. Man,
they trying to swipe your style, dog.
I'm telling you, you can't let them do that, man. You know I got the copyright on that, bro. I got the copyright on that. Man, let me keep this 100. Aretha is a given. Whitney is a given. Mariah is a given. Let's do them without those. Those are without. We already know them. Them are the voices of female R&B, black music or whatever. Here's mine. Stephanie Mills, Angela Bofield, Phyllis Hyman, with an honorable mention, Lisa Fisher and Anita Baker.
Dog, Lisa Fisher has one song. One. Now, I'm going to tell you, the album was nice.
It don't matter. She got more than one record, bro. She just went to another genre of music. She's with the group called Elements of Life. You need to check that out.
I need to check that out.
Lisa Fisher is a bad girl.
I like
Elements of Life is yeah.
No, I liked Lisa Fisher when she Lisa Fisher wasn't How Can I Ease the Pain, was it?
Yes, sir. Yes,
okay.
Sir.
She blew that song, but I never heard from her again.
That girl got range. That girl has range, bro.
Huh.
Stephanie Mills has range.
Stephanie
Angela
Mills
Bofield has range.
They all got like one album. They all got one record though.
Are you crazy, man? You need to pull up her catalog, bro.
I feel good, baby. I feel good all over.
No. Even her version of Princess, How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore? Have you checked that out?
Wait,
she redid Princess' version. She redid Princess' version of How Come You Don't Call Me Anymore.
Call me anymore. Yeah, okay. I'm James. Angela Bofield of all time. Angela Bofield.
Oh,
Angela Bofield. Dog, you in your feelings, bro. You in your feelings. You're in your feelings. You trying to win the world. You trying to win the world championship here. You playing for the D League, the G League.
Hey, go hard, and don't come at all.
Okay.
So you got to go hard and don't come at all. And I'm telling you, them the voices, bro. Period. Shut it down, close the door, the show's over. Hey, Ruthie. Have a good one, man.
You right.
Hey, James, we appreciate you.
You right, James.
Hey, man, y'all tripping.
I didn't know who some of those people was. I had to look them up, though.
Angela Bofield. He said Angela Bofield, y'all. Y'all gonna let him get away with that?
Who is that?
Bingo. Of all time. I'll give you Sarah Bond before I give you Angela Bofield. Is that Renee and Angela?
Oh, she Cuban Puerto Rican.
Is that Angela Bofield? Is she from Renee and Angela? I wonder. Google Renee and Angela. Because Renee and Angela was dope. All right, we're going to have to talk about the next time we do something like this, we're going to talk about who were the artists that you was looking forward to that never came back. Right? Do y'all remember the Good Girls? You don't remember the Good Girls? Your sweetness, it's my weakness. They were supposed to be the new Supremes for the 90s. And I thought they was going to blow up, and then they never came back because TLC took them out. Remember when what's old girl? Remember when A. Marie got took out? Why can't we?
She didn't get took out?
Yes, she did.
She had a good run.
She had 3 songs. All right, let me just say, was it anybody in here? Lauryn Hill, Angela Winbush, Jill Scott, Tamia. Yeah, okay, Tamia.
That's a good one.
Tamia. Of all time?
No,
she ain't better than...
we ain't talking about no all
okay,
time.
Okay.
Nah.
You know who did not come up today that I think really should maybe somewhere be in the universe? Toni Braxton. It's just another
because you would have said she singing that one time all the time.
Like crazy.
I do think that your list is faulty, Maze. And
everybody said Mariah and Whitney.
Yeah, but you threw it off with you in the Beehive. And I think if you just swap out Beyonce and just for anybody else.
Somebody said replace Beyonce with Solange. Troll.
That's a good one.
Kelly Price. Mickey Howard.
Kelly Price, that's a good one.
Let's see.
Kelly Price can sing.
Cheryl Lynn.
That's a
y'all just trying to prove y'all R&B. I said the greatest of all time. Y'all talk about some Cheryl Lynn name 3 Cheryl Lynn songs. Talk about that's a good one.
That's a good one.
Okay. Let's see. Y'all ain't say Nancy Wilson and Gladys Knight. They say Gladys.
Oh yeah, Gladys Knight. That's a good one.
You were a friend of mine. What about what's that lady? What's that girl? Dionne Warwick. I can't look at Dionne Warwick the same no more. After I saw the Whitney Houston movie, Dionne Warwick is R. Kelly Jr. Okay. I'm just telling you. Stephanie Mills. Minnie Riperton. Layla Hathaway. Hi, I'm Layla.
Yeah, she can sing.
She can sing.
Give her a stool and a microphone.
Janae Aiko. Who put Janae Aiko on this list?
She can sing. Give her a stool and a microphone.
Janae Aiko?
A stool and a microphone.
She can't sit on a stool now because she kind of roly-poly. Let me see.
It's because she's pregnant. He's not saying she's fat, y'all.
Millie Jackson. Wouldn't that be?
Millie Jackson.
Nasty self. Oh, nasty Millie Jackson.
I remember her talking more than singing.
Right. What? Wait a minute. Was that Millie Jackson? I'm nervous and I'm trembling. It's Minnie Riperton. Waiting for you. No, it ain't.
Minnie Riperton
to work on it.
That high note.
Trying hard to relax, but I just can't. Oh, that's the cleanup lady. It's the same lady that sing the cleanup. You say that's who?
Who sang the cleanup woman? Who is that?
That ain't the same. Wait a minute.
Go look at it. My mother played that song. I know that song. I know them 2 songs about heart.
You said it. I don't think it's Minnie Riperton.
I don't think it's Minnie Riperton.
It's the one that.
I think it's Millie Jackson.
It's definitely not that person. It's definitely
Tonight is the night. Is the song.
Tonight is the night that we ready know you to
walk on in.
Yeah.
I tried hard to relax, but I just can't keep still. No, Betty Wright.
Betty Wright.
That's
what it is, Betty Wright. I knew it wasn't that person.
We said Betty though.
I knew it.
We had
a
Betty. We had Betty. We had a Betty. You had Minnie Riperton. We was close.
Yeah, man, y'all were the closest.
Betty Wright, she ain't all that good of a singer.
Y'all were the closest.
Her content, people are like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna put
I remember hearing that.
This record in secret.
I remember it being on in the house, and I'd be like, what is she talking about? Why she can't just keep still? Oh,
please, Maze, don't.
I'm nervous and I'm trembling, waiting for you to walk on in.
And y'all want to talk about music nowadays?
I tried hard to relax, but I just can't keep still. No.
Please stop.
All right, y'all, it's the Mace Jackson Show. Did we tell me something good? Let's go around the table real quick. Let's tell me something good, and then we can get up out of here. Yo, it is the Mace Jackson Show. That was actually fun. I tried to figure out, maybe y'all can help me come up with the fun question on Fridays, because I think it's the greatest. All right, it's the Mace Jackson Show. What you got? Ruthie Moore, tell me something good.
My something good is I am looking forward to seeing all of the baby and pet costumes for Halloween. It's one of the highlights of Halloween for me.
Do they trick-or-treat in your neighborhood?
Pre-COVID, post-COVID, I don't really see too many.
Well, this might be the first one.
Trick-or-treating like that.
Hey, where you gonna see the pets?
I'm turning my light off.
So you just gonna be looking at them in their costumes and be like, "Oh, you look nice. Keep walking."
I ain't buying no candy.
Stop by Obsidian and get you some. We can give some of that.
So yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to. Yo, grandbaby dressing up.
Yes, but I don't know what she is yet. So I'm waiting. All right, DJ Riis the Ruler, tell us something good. It's your Friday. Tell me something good.
I ain't even got nothing good, man. You know what? I take that back, man. I am blessed to be made it through the week here. So I can say that though. So I'm blessed. I woke up today, Friday, and alive at 9:10 a.m. on 10/28/22. That's my tell me something good.
All right, you gotta take it where you can get it. This is the Mace Jackson Show. My tell me something good. Had a great time last night at the DuSable event. Met a lot of good people. Oh, dang, I'm on the wrong page. I had a list. All right, I was like, name recognition. Homecoming tonight for my boy at his school. So he is running around trying to get fresh to death. So I'm excited for him. Halloween party tomorrow at Obsidian. If you're interested in coming, go to my Facebook page. We got food, drinks, video. It'll be an 80s, 90s, 2000s video DJ party. If you've not been to one, you are going to have a great time because all your favorite videos will be playing on the screens as you are getting your kick it on, eating, and drinking. Bears play Dallas this weekend, so if you are on the plane to Dallas, have a great time. Please don't go all the way to Dallas and go to a bar, though.
What? It's about the ambiance.
Go to Dallas and go to the game, though. What, you gonna go to the? You gonna fly out there and not go to the game?
Because you know where the real parties be at, in the places surrounding the game.
That's when you're young whippersnapper. When you're old people, you just gotta fly out there, go to the game, have you a dinner, get home by like 10 o'clock. If you got a day party. I had granddad duty this week. I had a great time with my granddaughter, picking her up. No, man, it was just a pleasure, and it's part of the enjoyment of life that I want to start to circle in. And congratulations to every white corporation and every black person that is now celebrating Black Male Castration Week. Riis, give me a round of applause for Black Male Castration Week. It has been a banner week. And with that in mind, I am grateful for every single one of you. Thank you all for taking time out to listen to us. We know you don't got to be here with us every day. And I am grateful for everything that you do. Everybody that listens, tunes in, whether you like us, love us, hate us. It all counts to the views. And like I said, I just want the best for us. Maybe I don't express it the way that makes people comfortable. And I want everybody to do well. I want everybody black to do well. I really do. But I just don't want it to be at our expense, at all the rest of our expense. All right? So with that in mind, for Maze, Riis, and Ruthie, I am the host of the Maze Jackson Show, where every single day we ask the question, what's in it for the black people? And if you don't like it, you can still tell them. Maze said, we out of here. Peace.
Business and go ahead and address the facts, man. Lightfoot seems more lesbian than black. Rahm Emanuel's another case. He was just as tired. 50 closed schools left much to be desired. Police had Anjanette naked on that body cam. They suppressed the footage so it couldn't touch a lot of hands. Reminds me of that 16 shots in that cover-up. Both of them similar, so I went and dug it up. George Floyd killed, a lot of riots happened in the town. Southside burned and they wouldn't let them bridges down. Grandmother sick, need a prescription and plus a couple groceries. You gon' have to travel just to get it now. COVID-19 out here shutting all the business down. Not enough SBA loans to even give around. So many failed businesses that you could put them in the pile. If you don't survive the pandemic, it's gonna sit you down. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System that milked us so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. Shout out to Willie Wilson, hope one day you get to Senate. We need some different players in the game to handle business. Too many shady characters like Madigan and Blago. But when you really break it down, it's typical Chicago. City full of gangsters, it's what the land was built on. Same streets where hood legends DNA get spilled on. Carjackers out here lurking, trying to get they steal on. Looking for a block to put them Hellcat wheels on. Let us give bogus appraisals a red line. Car crackers out here getting minimal fair time. And up the seal carry, I stay with the pipe. But Illinois gun laws giving minimal rights. Stay up on the swivel, make sure I'm moving tight. Check all of my mirrors when I pull up to the light. Pick my homie up from out of town, man, he caught a flight. He was hella nervous, told him, shorty, this is a way of life. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System to milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks. We sing, dance, play ball, entertain, and crack jokes. Government infested black neighborhoods with crack smoke. System to milk is so bad, we got lactose. Still trying to find out what's in it for us black folks.